Houston County. Benefited from A.J. Hill, heading to Starkville, 19 scores and over 1,600 yards. Devin Carter, the only non-senior, the junior from Douglas County, through his junior year, 116 catches and 25 scores. Travis Smith from Westlake, heading to Tennessee, 13 touchdowns in his senior year. Tight end, two standouts, Ethan Barber from Milton, over 2,000 receiving yards career, 26 scores. Elias Williams from Camden County, heading to UGA, 11 TDs on 54 catches. And the line, Josh Petty from Fellowship. He is heading to Georgia Tech at 6'5", 265. They're all seniors. Braden Jacobs from Milton going to Clemson at 6'7", 310. Juan Gaston from Westlake heading to Georgia, 6'7", 345. Alex Payne to Southern Cal, 6'5", 265. Dontrell Glover and Tavares Dice, both from Hughes, 6'2", 315 and 6'4", 295. And Nick Brooks from Grayson, 6'7", 345, heading to Austin, Texas. Athletes, Caden Benson from Creekside, the only non-senior as a junior, close to 2,400 yards passing and 42 total touchdowns. Gavin Markey from Jefferson, over 1,400 yards passing. More than that rushing, 39 scores on the year. Weston Bryan from Lee County heading to Statesboro, nearly 5,000 career yards passing, 2,000 rushing on almost 100 scores. Weston Taylor from Cambridge, over 3,600 yards passing, leading the Bears to their best ever year. Toquan Payton from Lanier heading to Georgia State, 215 averages yards per game, 21 scores. That is your 2024 All-State offense.
The Offensive Player of the Year is Carrollton quarterback JuJu Lewis. Here is his stats for the season. He exits his high school career with over 10,000 career passing yards and is rated as high as the number 2 QB in the country. He's also ranked 5th in the state for career passing touchdowns with 142. The five-star senior will be taking his talents to Colorado next season to play for Deion Sanders and the Buffaloes. It's time to send it back to John for the All-Stars on defense.
Let's take a look at your 2024 GPB All-Staters on defense. Defensive line, stacked as always, Elijah Griffin. Savannah Christian, the top recruit in the country at his position, heading to Georgia, 301 total tackles. Herbert Scroggins from the coast in Benedictine, he's heading to Miami. Bryce Perry Wright from Buford, one of the two juniors on the list, 109 total tackles so far in his career. Marquise Williams from Brooks County, 89 total tackles in his career. Justice Terry from Manchester heading to Austin, Texas, 135 total tackles and 18 sacks. Cole Funderburk from North Gwinnett heading to Wake, over 200 total tackles in his career. Deuce Geralds from Collins Hill has one more year to go, and as a junior already has 261 total tackles. Linebackers, Zay Walker from Sly County, he's heading to Georgia. Tyler Atkinson, the junior, he's going to be looked at all next season. He's in Grayson, 127 total tackles so far. Christian Gass from Eastside heading to Tennessee. Jaden Perlotti from Buford, he's also going to Knoxville. Michael Hasty, Douglas County, heading to Morgantown, and Rich Rodriguez. Jaden Harmon from Rome heading to Tennessee. Started out as a running back, became one of the top linebackers in the entire country. Chris Reed from Coffee, 5'10", 215, 130 total tackles in his career. Ryder Duffy from Roswell, he's heading to Elon. Christopher Starr Jr. was exactly that. From Spencer, he's a sophomore, 2 more years in the Western Frontier, 192 total tackles in one season. Defensive backs, Tay Harris from Cedartown, he's heading to Georgia Tech. Jaden Barr from Eastside, he's going to the same spot. Laganza Hayward from Toombs County, he's heading to Gainesville. Rashawn Dinkins from Warner Robins, he's heading to Georgia. Zelisix from Carrollton, he's heading to Texas, the number 1 safety in the country in 2026, reclassified to 25. Jonte Gilbert from Douglas. Astro fans, they saw a lockdown corner who's heading to Athens. Courtney Williams from Northeast. 10 interceptions for Northeast, helping them to their first ever state championship appearance. Specialists and place kicker, it's the place kicking Fitzgeralds from Colquitt County. Brett now on the list as a senior. 47 of 56 with a long of 52 in his career, 98 career touchbacks. Punter Evan Fisher from Decatur averaged over 40 yards a kick, 18 of 32 inside the 20. And long snapper Jason Glenn Glenn helping out Brett Fitzgerald. 5-star long snapper ranked number 13 in the country by Rubio Long Snapping. Those are your All-Staters on defense.
The Defensive Player of the Year is Grayson linebacker Tyler Atkinson. He's only a junior, has already accounted for 456 total tackles, 74 tackles for loss, and 29.5 quarterback sacks. According to the 247 Sports Composite, the 5-star prospect is ranked the number 1 linebacker in the country for 2026. He will be going up against our Offensive Player of the Year, JuJu Lewis, when Grayson and Carrollton meet in the 6A title game next, right here on GPB. And finally, the GPB Coach of the Year is Appalachia head coach Mike Hancock, following a tragic school shooting this season and losing one of his assistant coaches during it. He was an amazing support system for his players and community, and we are all Appalachia strong. Congratulations to all of our 2024 GPB All-Stars. So from one amazing man to another, it is time for our You Save It Pharmacy Georgia Player Spotlight. And You Save It does these incredible spotlights all season long. And then during the championships, they choose a community sports member that is doing amazing things in their community. And this year it's Michael Fowler. Him and his wife started a program called Swim for Life, where they basically save children's lives by teaching them how to swim for free. Here's his story.
When I went in the office in 2012 and 13, we had a little child that died 5 years old, drowned. And it kind of bothered me being able to tell a parent that. I know that my job is to determine cause and manner of death, but I wanted to prevent something from like this happening again from any other child. So my wife and I was like, let's come up with a program that we can do something to prevent drowning. And that's how we came up with Swim for Life. Statewide, many kids don't know how to swim, especially the Afro-American kids. Many of them just don't know how to swim. So making it possible that they have access to the pool. What we did also, the kids didn't have the right attire to go into the pool when they got to register the pool. What we did is went and bought swimwear. Goggles. So we have made it possible so there would be no excuse. We had flip-flops. Whatever they needed to make them comfortable in the water, we got it for them. To see a child start this program and before the program over with being able to swim the length of the pool. That is so awesome. And our goal is too, not just for them to learn to swim. I love for them to be a competition swimming and also learn to start diving. We don't know what kind of athletes we have around here until you expose them to the water. Every child that came through this program, not one of them have drowned. The drowning rate here in Albany have decreased. We know people die from heart attacks and cancer, all kinds of death. That's something you can't prevent. But drowning can be prevented if you learn to swim. So that's why we want every child to learn to swim.
I'll continue his message. Our 3-year-old twins have learned to swim. They were in swim last year. They'll be in swim next year. These deaths are preventable, most of them. So please teach your children how to swim. Thank you, Michael, and thank you, You Save It Pharmacy. Okay, on to our friends at Alpha Insurance. We have our representative here, Paul Blanchard, District Manager. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. Excited to be here.
Why is it so important to partner with the GHSA?
It's been a great opportunity for Alpha over the last 2 years. We're really involved in communities, getting involved in high schools, and what better way to do it than with high school football. Many of the people in Alpha have kids that play football. We've been in football since the rec department all the way through. So to be a part of the GHSA, not just with football, but with everything that we do and together has been really good.
Your core four: faith, family, community, and integrity. What does that mean to you personally and to Alpha with this relationship with the GHSA?
Definitely. So faith is first, family is second, community third, and this is where we get involved in the community. Being involved in the high school offensive line of the week and the player of the week and the state championship games. It's really a lot of fun and gives our agents an opportunity to get more involved in each community as well. So it's been great.
Paul, thank you so much for being here. This work is important. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, we have to take a quick break, but coming up next, we're going to get you ready for that 6A matchup. It's Grayson versus Carrollton. Stick and stay on GPB.
At Regions Bank, we're here to listen to your needs. and will customize a plan to help you reach your financial goals. Our service to Georgia goes beyond banking to creating more inclusive prosperity in our communities. From education to financial wellness to economic development, we're working to level the playing field so more people can succeed and our communities can thrive.
With boots on the ground and suspended midair, our line workers are everywhere. Behind every turn switch are those who put it all on the line to illuminate lives down the line. Their job is as honorable as it is rigorous. As we look on with admiring eyes, we want them to know we are grateful. Georgia's Electric Membership Cooperatives celebrate the life-sustaining contributions of our line workers. Storm or shine, thank you for being our lifeline. Georgia's EMCs, so much more than electricity.
You wouldn't take a call during the big game.
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
You wouldn't be texting while cheering on your team.
Jackets!
And you definitely wouldn't want to watch a video while marching with the band. So why would you drive a car while distracted? Driving isn't a game. When you lose on the road, it could lead to a crash. So when you get behind the wheel, put the distractions aside. Drive hands-free and save lives. Heads up, Georgia.
Welcome back to the GPB Tailgate Party. We have lots of fans piling in here for that 6A matchup, Grayson versus Carrollton. And if you're in the car, we want you to be safe. So let's check in with our friends at the Governor's Office of Highway Safety. And in order to get people to drive safe, they came up with a contest. Heads Up Georgia Student Video Contest. We've done the third place winner.
Yep.
We've done the second place winner.
Yep.
It's time to announce the first place winner for the contest. Let's take a look at her video.
Okay, I'm ready. 3 years ago, January 12th, 2021, my son was killed in an accident.
I was sitting in the passenger seat. He was my boyfriend. I think about it every day and how I could have stopped it.
I texted him, asking him when he'd be home. Maybe if I hadn't texted him, he wouldn't have looked at his phone. Maybe he'd still be here.
And there she is, Juliana Mackenheimer, the producer of that video. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Well done. When it came to the idea, how long did it go from idea to completion, and how'd you come up with the idea?
I took the max amount of time that I could. I went through like 2 or 3 ideas before I settled on this, but my actors and my teacher, Mr. Beekner, they all helped me so much, and I think I submitted on the last day possible.
Did really well, though.
We're here with Robert Heydrich as well to give you something very special.
Well, Juliana, congratulations on winning the GPB Sports Video Contest. It's a repeat for Centennial High, where she attends with last year's winner from Centennial, and as a result, we have a MacBook Pro for you.
Wow. We upgraded from the iPad.
It's heavy.
Yes.
Wow, this is heavy.
I need a new one of those. What does this mean to give her this award?
It really means a lot because her video really touched on a message about what's important. Not only we talk about people all the time staying off their phones, but it's also important to remember if you know someone's driving, to be very careful how you contact them. You know, just let them know, say, hey, I need to talk to you when you get where you're going. You know, be very conscious, especially when we're talking about people who are driving on the road.
Right.
One more question for you. How'd you come up with the idea for this?
Well, my mom tends to text me a lot while I'm driving too, and I just thought, like, oh, let's like make something that's gonna like hit people in the heart, you know? And I cannot take full credit for this idea, and it kind of just started with one small thing, and then we kind of just built it on it.
Yeah.
Fantastic work. Well done.
Thank
Well,
you.
congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And please, everybody coming here to the Benz or just on a daily basis, please do not drive distracted. We've had some powerful videos this week showing what could happen. So thank you guys. One more quick break, but stick and stay right here on GPB. We'll be right back.
I've been checking food labels for years. I like to buy local, and I like to buy healthy for my family. So I started checking the labels on our clothes, too. Did you know synthetic fibers like polyester are pretty much made of oil? No thanks. I look for cotton now, which grows right here in Georgia, a major source of the world's cotton. Cotton is natural, renewable, sustainable, and buying cotton supports Georgia farmers. Good enough for me and my family.
Breda Pest Management knows it's the bugs inside that you want gone. That's why Breda works to protect the inside and outside of your home.
No need to be afraid of bugs.
High school seniors, your Georgia Match letters have been mailed and the possibilities are endless. Visit your student dashboard on gafutures.org to see which of the 45 colleges and universities made your list and claim your spot today.
Welcome back to the Bins. It's time to officially get you ready for the final championship game. It has been a haul. 3 days. Down to the 6-8 matchup.
And we're in the principal's
Yes,
office
we
one
are.
more time.
It's Grayson versus Carrollton. We have Grayson principal Rakina Stewart. We have Carrollton principal Ian Lyle. Thank you guys so much for being here. And I'll start with you. Actually, you know what? Ladies first,
because
John.
she took this from your wardrobe, I'm sure.
I literally probably own that.
Do you?
I tried to wear sparkles today.
Everything's sparkly.
See?
Well, you go first. Ladies first, John.
Well, I thought you were going to ask the question. Fine, I'll ask the question. What's the vibe been like on campus this week getting ready for this? What's it been like?
Very exciting. We've all rallied together to support our team, so you'll see all the focus and resilience and perseverance exhibited on the field tonight. So we've been really excited about this achievement for our students.
So what's it been like for you to experience the Grayson community all across the board, academics, arts, athletics? What's it been like for you now being in charge?
Grayson is a great place. We have over 150 different clubs and activities, so it's always exciting. The word that I use to describe Grayson is community. We're all always working together to support our students and make sure that they are emotionally equipped. Student achievement is definitely a top priority, and so our students are taking final exams this week. So even with all the excitement of the game, we still focus on academics and making sure that they are successful.
Ian, there's a lot of buzz around your program. What does it feel to be back in the championships? Haven't won since 1998. What's this day been like?
It's been fantastic. We're so proud of our students, our coaches, our community coming out to support our kids. A lot of time, effort, and preparation have gone into this. We're just proud of all the hard work that our coaches and our players in our community have put into this season.
And brag on the other athletics and the other academics happening with your school.
Absolutely. We pride ourselves in athletics, arts, and academics. This year alone, we've had 14 student athletes signed to play at the next level. We had 16 students interview for governor's honors. Our esports team is nationally ranked. We had our inaugural Air Force JROTC Raiders competition on our course that we built on our campus, and our debate team competed and won in an international competition in Taipei, Taiwan.
Wow.
So a lot going on in arts, academics, and athletics, and I just would like to say that it starts at the top. We have a fantastic Board of Education, our superintendent, Dr. Mark Albertus. They do so much to support all of our students and put them in positions to be successful inside and outside of the classroom. No doubt.
Rakina, thank you so much for being here. Yes. You look beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
My wife wants your blazer.
And we will let you go to get ready for the game.
Get ready for your game.
All right.
Yeah, so thank you so much.
Go Rams.
So before we get to there, let's take you a look back at what just happened. It was the AAA matchup between Calhoun and Jefferson. John, take us through this one.
First title since 2017, 20-7, your final score 2011, 2014, 2017. That's your grid right there from what's happened on Wednesday. McEachern wins in flag. Prince Avenue and Hebron Christian. Hebron Christian wins their first ever title. Jefferson and Calhoun. That one was the one that just wrapped up. Grayson and Carrollton coming up around the corner. It's been a great 3 days here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Coming up championship 12 of 12. And Hannah, we can almost breathe because it's almost the end of the 2024 season.
It is so close. We've also had some incredible flag football action. We have crowned 4 ladies.
Yeah.
Southeast Bullock went back to back to back to back.
Yep.
Hope went back to back. McEachern won their first. It's been so fun here with the ladies. And I have Senior Vice President of Community Engagement and Sports Philanthropy at the Arthur M. Blake Family Foundation, Sports and Entertainment, Chris Millman. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, Yeah, thank you so much for having us on to talk about this. It was a big day for us here, obviously, at the stadium.
Yeah, so you just sent out another official press release this week that the Falcons will be doing the flag football grants again. So rather than me explain what it is, why don't you tell us what's happening this year?
Well, the girls flag football is just huge for us here in the state. You know, we helped get this going back in 2018 in Gwinnett County, and we've continued to pour into this since then. And so our hope is to continue to own girls flag football in the state of Georgia, and we feel like this new grant that we're offering to all schools in Georgia is going to give us the ability to do that. So excited that we're getting behind this, continue. A lot of states are looking at Georgia as the model for this, so we want to continue to pour into it as much as we can.
270 right now, north of 270 schools are engaged in flag football. This grant would go a long way to help launching a program and reinforcing the ones that are already here. For someone who hasn't hopped on and understands what flag football means, how would you explain what flag football means?
Here's what I would say. The best thing about this is that it's giving girls who may not be athletes already the ability to play a new sport. And so what we're finding out is that there is a lot of interest in girls flag, really nationwide. I mean, right now we're up to 13 states in the country that have sanctioned girls flag football as a sanctioned high school sport in their state. There's pilot programs almost in all the other states currently that don't have it sanctioned. And girls are just needing the opportunity to play. So what we are finding more and more is like, let's just give these girls, these high school girls, an opportunity to play, and girls are going to show up. We've had, at some of the larger schools, 150, 200 girls that are coming to an interest meeting. So we're seeing pretty quickly, hey, there's interest there. Now it's our job, and what we're trying to do is help kind of bring that to light. So it's been exciting to see.
This started 6 years ago with 19 schools out of Gwinnett County. Are you surprised that we went from 19 schools in one division to 6 years later, 270 schools in 4 divisions?
Well, and it's funny, in between that time we had COVID too, that kind of came into play. Yes. And so, you think about it, we're really excited about the growth that we've had. We're up to, like you said, about 275. But the bottom line is that there's 460 schools or so in Georgia.
So we want 460 flag football teams.
Correct. So we still have a long way to go, honestly. We have some areas in North Georgia, we have some areas in South Georgia that still need to look into this. And so what we're trying to do is alleviate the financial barrier so that way schools have the opportunity to do it if they want to. And our hope is, kind of to your point, let's get all schools in Georgia with a team and have the ability to play girls flag.
There's one other aspect, tackle football, I want to get into really quick. The Guardian Caps. We saw it with Burke County last night. Only 1 out of 8 programs on average have Guardian Cap access. Another key point for AMBSC.
Yeah, so what we're doing on the Guardian Cap front is obviously it's starting to get bigger and bigger across Georgia, across nationwide. We want to help bring it to more schools in Georgia. Obviously, to your point, there are some schools currently that have it, but there's also a lot of schools that don't.
Right.
And so what we're trying to do as we continue to try to own football in our state of Georgia is we want to give every school the opportunity that wants them to have them. There's a lot of injuries that happen in practice, as we all know, and those schools, a lot of them just can't do it. And so hopefully with our grant, we're giving every tackle program in the state the opportunity to apply for up to 50 of these Guardian Caps. Hopefully this will give them a starter piece to do it. And, hey, we'll see how many schools that we can take advantage over a long period of time, take advantage of the opportunity.
Monday, January 6th, that's the distribution date for all this stuff, right?
That's right. Monday, January 6th is when these applications will go live. So if an administrator at the school wants to apply, we're going to be taking applications at that point in time, and then these applications will be open for what we expect to be about 2 months. And so hopefully by the springtime we'll get the Guardian Caps to the schools, and we'll get these girls flag football teams to get a chance to have a team.
What you said.
Chris Millman with the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation. If you are a school listening now, start your flag football program. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having us.
All you are doing
Thank
for this
you.
sport
Thank
is
you.
incredible. That's it for the GPB Tailgate Show. It's finally time for the marquee game of the week. 6A matchup. It's Carrollton versus Grayson next on GPB.
You wouldn't take a call during the big game.
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
You wouldn't be texting while cheering on your team.
Jacket!
And you definitely wouldn't want to watch a video while marching with the band. So why would you drive a car while distracted?
Driving isn't a game. When you lose on the road, it could lead to a crash. So when you get behind the wheel, put the distractions aside. Drive hands-free and save lives. Heads up, Georgia.
At Regions Bank, we're here to listen to your needs, and we'll customize a plan to help you reach your financial goals. Our service to Georgia goes beyond banking to creating more inclusive prosperity in our communities. From education to financial wellness to economic development, we're working to level the playing field so more people can succeed and our communities can thrive.
The GHSA State Championships are presented by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety, reminding you, heads up, Georgia, as we welcome you back to Mercedes-Benz Stadium for the 6A State Championship game as the 3-1 Grayson Rams take on the 14-0 Carrollton Trojans. And welcome back to the booth. Matt Stewart joined by former Auburn Tigers All-American, NFL first-round draft pick, and 15-year pro Wayne Gandy. And Wayne, the Carrollton Trojans have been on a mission to win the state championship ever since their quarterback, JuJu Lewis, threw for over 500 yards as a freshman in the 2022 state championship game. But now, as he goes into the final game of his high school football career, this is the final chance for the Georgia Public Broadcasting Offensive Player of the Year to get the job done. Grayson stands in the way. They've won 4 state titles, or they're going for their 4th state title, all in the last 14 years. They're led by the Defensive Player of the Year, Tyler Atkinson. Here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, the unstoppable force meets the unmovable object.
Let me make sure I have your order down, Matt. You have a 30-year-old second-year coach, the general, Coach Bryant, the best defender in the country, taking on the quarterback whisperer, Joey King, and the best offensive player in the country.
That's right. And that's
do you want bread with that? It's the question. What a great game. Let's get to it.
Absolutely. The 6A State Championship deep dive on Carrollton. They're trying to finish off a 15-0 season. It will be the first time in the 97-year history of the program. They're led by JuJu Lewis, rated as high as the number 2 quarterback in the country, the 5-star, already signed with the Colorado Buffaloes.
And all the words in the world can't describe the kind of quarterback we are seeing here. JuJu Lewis can make the pass down the field. He has a great talented arm, quick release, quick decision, athletic, strong, accurate, leader, poised, all the superlatives you can find. This young man fits. What a great quarterback, and all he wants is to leave Carrollton with a state championship.
Already top 8 in the state history in passing touchdowns and passing yards. Defensive side of the ball, Caden Spratling was a madman in their semifinal victory against Buford.
What a game he had off the edge, a great pass rusher, and then out in space. So athletic. He is the spark plug that got that defense going last week against Buford, and they're going to need all that tonight against JuJu Lewis. Against Burgess of Grayson.
All right, the story with Grayson, roller coaster only begins to describe it. They lost their season opener, but they have not lost since. At one point, they went 7 weeks playing only one game because of Hurricane Helene and that chemical fire and the fallout from that in Rockdale County. And then they had to play 4 regular season games in the last 16 days to finish out their schedule. And here they are in the state championship game, led by their dual threat quarterback, Travis Burgess.
A true dual threat quarterback, a young man who can throw the ball down the field, talented arm, and the best thing about him in the second half of the season, he's unleashed those legs. He can make plays, he's a big quarterback, and he's going to need to make some plays running the ball against this defense.
Defensive side of the ball, the mean green fighting machine, Tyler Atkinson.
The 5-star, a true dude, unblockable at times, 127 tackles, 11 sacks. He sets the tempo. He is dominating, and he is the most big-time player that Grayson has.
There's so much electricity in this building right now. I just got shocked just standing here. Let's send it down to the sidelines and Nikki Noto-Palmer.
Well, Carrollton's head coach, Joey King, had a different phrase throughout the week this season, and he'd write it on their team brick. The message this week, press on. And he showed a video from 2 years ago. Matt Wayne, we were all there calling this game. It was the state title appearance that they were last in. Mill Creek beat them by 35, and Joey talked to the team while the Hawks hoisted the championship trophy. Joey was preaching to the underclassmen and saying, look at them over there. That's where we want to be. And if you commit, I swear to you, you'll be holding that trophy up. Now, quarterback superstar Julian Lewis, you guys, he was just a freshman this year. But now 42 players comprised of juniors and seniors heard that message and are playing here tonight. So we'll see how they use that speech from 2022 and press on towards a potential title.
Thanks, Nikki. And that Mill Creek team that beat them had a guy named Caleb Downs, one of the top players in the country. The moral to the story is, if you're going to win the biggest classification in the state of Georgia, you better bring some dudes.
You got to have some big-time players, and this Carrollton team is explosive. A lot of talent in the receiving room for them and JuJu. But this defense of Grayson only giving up 12 points a game. Something has to give tonight. JuJu against this defense. Tyler Atkinson, let's get it going.
Absolutely. JuJu versus Tyler, or will it be somebody else? And certainly there are plenty in the supporting cast on both sides of the ball, on both sidelines, for somebody else to step up and be the hero tonight. We're going to see Grayson on offense to start this game.
Carrollton taking a little time to get out on the field. Grayson is ready to go. A lot of excitement. Looks like the whole town of Carrollton is in the building. Biggest crowd that we've had here for the night game so far.
And you saw Santavius Bryant. What a job this young 30-year-old coach has done. You mentioned it. You alluded to it just a few moments ago. He's 30 years old and one of the top coaches in the state.
A cool demeanor, a true general, a leader. He knows what he wants to do, what is required to win. And he has his team poised to take this championship tonight.
The opening kickoff is brought to you by Heads Up Georgia. Park your phone while you're driving. It saves lives. Final game of the 2024 state championships here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. We'll start with a touchback. And Travis Burgess will bring his guys out on the field. What a season this young man has had. Over 2,000 yards passing, 22 touchdowns, just 4 interceptions, and he can run the ball too. Over 500 yards rushing. He's averaging about 218 a game in total offense.
Doesn't run a lot, but averages about 11.5 yards a carry when he decides to for a touchdown. He's big, he's long, he can see over the defense. He's going to have to use those wheels tonight against this fast, tenacious defense of Carrollton.
And he's big. He's 6'6", 202, a junior, 7 offers already, including Pitt, Boston College, and Arizona State. Game starts with a run by Elijah Miller. Let's take a look at your Breda Pest Management impact players.
Joe Bradford, the lightning in the bottle. He needs a big game tonight. Big Nick Brooks, 6'8", 356, the left tackle, a Sunday afternoon talent. For Carrollton on defense, Landon Wolf, the leading tackler, always around the ball, and Zion Cooley. What a performance, what energy he has brought to this defense of the Trojans.
He is a pass rushing specialist and a 3-star in his own right. Tight end, edge rusher, looking to move on to the next level, but did not sign in the early period. They're going up tempo here, so Burgess picked up 10 yards. It's 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Play action. In and out of the hands of the target, Alex Sanchez. He's their big body target at 6'3", 205.
What a matchup, Sanchez against Shamar No, the Florida State commit. 6'1", 175, senior out on the edge here, doing a good job, able to come over, get that left hand in the play with no pass interference.
2nd down and 10. Our first flag of the game. Might have had movement on that Grayson offensive line.
Ball start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Chris Moore is our referee, and there's a look at the rest of the crew working this 6A state championship game.
Ball start on the center. 3 right there. It's always interesting how the center can be off sides and he has the ball in his hand.
2nd down and 15. Miller gets the handoff, and he's going to get dragged down. Landon Wolf, who also had a huge game against Buford in the semifinals. The first of what no doubt will be plenty of tackles tonight.
Just playing downhill. The speed, the ability to make tackles out in space. Landon Wolf and his linebacker mates can dominate a football game. They have that safety, speed, and instinct in them, and they get downhill fast.
Yeah, and that speed I thought really gave Buford fits in that semifinal game 2 Friday nights ago on GPB. Burgess scrambling around back there, now being chased by Wolf, runs away from Wolf, has the 1st down. Burgess showing off his speed and his wheels, and the big 6'6" quarterback runs for a 1st down on the other side of the 50.
And this is the aspect you feel like they have an advantage, letting Travis Burgess get out in space, make plays with his feet. They're going with an up-tempo here after the big play.
That was a 32-yard pickup, and now a flag out. Another procedure penalty going here against Grayson.
Ball start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
Right here, Burgess, long stride. Doesn't look like he's moving fast, but at 6'6", you can see the wheel right there. He's not looking for anywhere to slide. He's trying to make a big play for his offense.
So 1st and 15, ball is at the 49-yard line. His rushing numbers for the season, they haven't needed him in a lot of the games. They might need that here tonight. Burgess to the air, delivered downfield to the 36-yard line, goes to Aiden Taylor. 45th catch of the season for Aiden Taylor, the 5'10" wide receiver.
Great route there by Taylor, just sitting down in that zone, making himself available. Big throw there in triple coverage.
Up top, they're going for Sanchez. Can't get to it at the 5-yard line.
Sanchez got a step there on Arno. Just a one-on-one 50-50 ball out on the edge, man-to-man coverage. Just not 6'3", 200 with speed. Just not able to come down with the ball.
So 3rd down and 2. Ball sitting at the 36.
Love the aggressiveness there right there in 2nd and 3rd situation, trying to get the big play down the field. Burgess to Sanchez. Grayson understands this is a big game. They're going to have to put some points on the board against this JuJu Lewis offense.
Burgess fires, and it's caught for a 1st down by Taylor. Taylor giving the stiff arm to the face mask of the defender, has the first down as he is out of bounds at the 22.
Working out of the slot, Aiden Taylor, 5'10", 163 senior. Good job of getting the ball and making something happen after the catch. That's where he has good routes and explosiveness.
Ball goes to Elijah Miller, their senior running back. They've got a 4-man running back committee. Miller is their leading rusher with close to 700 yards on the season, so they truly spread the wealth of that running back position. Miller gets it back, again the up-tempo. Tackle made by the Carrollton Trojans and C.J. Kelly.
Great job of getting off the block there by Kelly. Only 205, but very athletic inside.
Ball is caught. Inside corner of the end zone for a touchdown or out at the 1. They're going to say that Sanchez is out at the 1.
Sanchez is arguing that he fell behind the pylon there on that catch. Wouldn't be surprised if they didn't review this here. Let's see Sanchez right here as he falls. Seems like he's in the end zone right there. That looks like a touchdown from this angle.
This is going to go under review. Santavius Bryant. It is being reviewed right now as we speak.
Rolling on the field, runner being out of bounds. It's under further review.
Great job of Sanchez. Big body, 6'3", 200 pounds. Plays physical, long arms. Good throw, good pocket to throw from right there for Burgess. And right there, he's behind that pylon. The goal line extends throughout the field, so it doesn't matter where he falls. At that point, he gets behind that pylon. That is a clear touchdown from this angle. Right here, just worried about whether his feet are in bounds, but from here, it looks like that long body
it looks like he breaks the plane and gets inside the pylon there before going out of bounds in the inside corner of the end zone.
What excitement, what energy for Grayson in that drive right there.
What a great opening drive for Santavius Bryant and his team to go 80 yards.
After video review, the player maintained possession across the goal line. Touchdown.
Grayson takes the 6-0 lead. Alex Sanchez with the touchdown catch, his 41st reception of the season, and touchdown pass number 23 for Travis Burgess.
Just a good drive there, good call. Keith Barfield, the offensive coordinator for Grayson, mixing it up, keeping this defense off balance, working outside the slot, able to run a couple of plays there with Travis Burgess.
And the PAT is good. Martinez puts it through. 7-0 Grayson. They take the lead on Carrollton in the opening 3 minutes of the 6A state championship game.
Football Fridays in Georgia is presented by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety, reminding you to park your phone while driving saves lives. Heads up, Georgia.
So, you wouldn't take a call during the big game.
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
You wouldn't be texting while cheering on your team.
Jacket!
And you definitely wouldn't want to watch a video while marching with the band. So why would you drive a car while distracted? Driving isn't a game. When you lose on the road, it could lead to a crash. So when you get behind the wheel, put the distractions aside. Drive hands-free and save lives. Heads up, Georgia.
I am disciplined, physically and mentally tough. Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills. I am American soldier.
Over here.
Grayson 7-0. Opening 3 minutes of the first quarter. Impressive beginning drive for the Grayson Rams. Governor's Red Ribbon Campaign scoring drive, 11 plays and 80 yards. 2 minutes and 58 seconds as Travis Burgess just blows down the field. And now JuJu Lewis, the GPB Sports Offensive Player of the Year, gets his hands on the ball for the first time ever in Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
A young man who came back on a mission, really feels like he wants to go to the next level, reclassify, but he wants this state title. I expect him to be locked in and ready to go here.
He's 8th in career passing yards in state history. He's 5th in career touchdown passes in state history. And Grayson kicking off into the end zone and non-returnable, so Carrollton will have to begin from the 20-yard line.
So much expectation for this young man to live up to. Look at him smiling. He feels the pressure. That's one of those, about time I got to this moment, almost like he's seen that on his dream board. He's ready.
We looked up at the Halo board, and it reminds you, and we've talked about this in great length here this week, they're still high school kids. I mean, he's going to Colorado to start his college football career before the end of the week is done. And he looks up at the Halo board and sees himself on the Halo board and smiles at it. It's probably a moment he's dreamed about.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Field first down.
Taking a little while to get the play in, but you're right, Matt. It was one of those surreal smiles. Like I have seen this somewhere in my dream before, of lining up on this field to make plays with the pressure of winning a championship on me.
Handoff goes to Kamari Farmer. And Farmer gets most of the back from that penalty up to the 20-yard line as we take a look at the Breda Pest Management impact players.
Kamari Farmer, the 3-star, great speed out of the backfield. Peyton Zachary, so explosive, versatile, scat back out of the slot. And for Grayson on defense, gets overlooked. Andre Fuller and the talent that he brings to the field. And Ant Davis, a big playmaker with great cover skills.
Kamari Farmer again. Stonewalled at the line of scrimmage, and JuJu, Josiah Victor making the tackle.
Big Vic in the middle, 3-star, headed to North Carolina State. It's hard to move, pushing the pocket right there. Can't move that kind of presence out of the middle, dominating the center on that play.
3rd down and 10. Josiah Victor, 44 total tackles on the season, 14 TFL. As you mentioned, signed with the Wolfpack on National Signing Day. Running a screen, and the ball got batted into the air. That's going to be an incomplete pass. They were trying to run a tunnel screen to Peyton Zachary, and the Grayson defense, Tyler Atkinson, stopped Carrollton on the opening series.
Number 16, long pass. Look how the instincts right there. He read that play, broke on the ball. He's one of those guys. That's what makes you a 5-star. He doesn't sit back and wait for the play to develop. He goes to blow things up.
So a punting situation here for Carrollton. Julian Vargas is standing at his 6-yard line to boot it away, and he does. Deep back to the 30-yard line and dropped, and able to get right back on top of it is Aiden Taylor, avoiding disaster right there. A 50-yard bomb off the foot of Julian Vargas.
Beautiful punt there by Vargas. It's a high punt. Just couldn't find it. It could be the lights, as we talked about, being in this stadium. A.J. McNeil trying to field the punt, kind of lost it right there, and a big break for them of recovering that ball.
You get the impression that this Grayson team feels like they've been overlooked all season long. They lost their first game of the season to Collins Hill. They have not lost since. But as I mentioned, they had all kind of difficulties in the middle of their season with their schedule because of circumstances beyond their control. And while Carrollton and Beaufort and North Gwinnett and all those teams just kept winning, Grayson's just sitting there practicing, not knowing when their next game's going to be.
And Coach Bryant wouldn't allow us to even offer that as an excuse. He felt like his players handled all those situations in a great way and really expected to still perform each and every time they were called on the field.
2nd down and 9. Ball is at the 32. Burgess, clean pocket, now running out of it. Throwing on the run. Man, he's got a strong arm. 3rd down and 9 coming up. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Grayson. Brought to you by Regions Bank. If you want to know what an NFL offensive lineman looks like at 18 years old, look at number 73, Nick Brooks. You'll get a good glimpse. 6'8", 356. He signed with Texas. And there's your backs and the receivers. All of them very dangerous. Joel Bradford's a guy that Coach Santavius Bryant said, I got a hunch this young man might have a big game tonight.
Brooks has on the war paint right there. What a monster, what a talent he is. He's definitely a guy that could show up easily in Sunday afternoons.
Running the drag right there, and it's caught. Run, 1st down. Nicely executed as the ball goes right across the middle. And that is Jonathan Stafford, who has not played since the 4th game of the season. They did not let on that he was going to play today. We were led to believe that he was out for the rest of the season. And Stafford gets in the game and makes a big catch and picks up a 1st down.
Once again, working out on the edge, Alexander Sanchez versus Arnaud. And they're not shying away from Arnaud. Arnaud is the best covered corner that they have. Just that big body right there of Sanchez making a play.
Burgess goes to the other side, and Stafford makes his 2nd catch. So in high school football, they don't have to offer up injury reports like they do in college and NFL. And it's at the coach's discretion to let you know whether he's going to play or not. We were led to believe Stafford wasn't playing, but great that he is. Great young talent. Glad to see him out there here in the state championship game. Ball caught by Sanchez. Gallops down to the 15-yard line.
Physical, not just big, just a physical body is Sanchez. Watch how he absorbs that hit. Bounces off, stiff arms, physical, didn't run out of bounds, went back into the defenders there. Headed to App State, the 3-star, and seems like he's electrified here tonight, taking on guys like Dorian Barney and Shamar Arnaud.
Man down for Carrollton right now.
Official timeout for injury.
Like Jacob Ricks, maybe down right there.
Looks like he's grabbing at his right leg, one of those smallish linebacker-sized defensive linemen. They have been so effective, and that's kind of been the story for Carrollton. They lost their man in the middle, Jacob Levy, national championship wrestler, moved to Florida to concentrate on that sport. He's going to compete at the University of North Carolina. That was a big loss for them coming into this season, but the front of Ricks and Elder and Kelly and Logan and Zakai Helton, the offensive lineman who jumps over there every once in a while, has been really super effective for the Trojans this season.
And when you talk about Ricks and Kelly and those young, small defensive tackles, they're kind of the unsung heroes of this group, willing to sacrifice their bodies, slanting, always giving up size. Even tonight when you look at the size differential between Grayson's O-line and Carrollton's defensive line, good to see him walking off the field there is Jacob Ricks.
Burgess on this drive, 4 of 5 passing for 50 yards. He's already 7 for 10 for 97 in the game. Grayson threatening to take a 2-touchdown lead. Burgess scrambling around back there, going to be sacked at the 19-yard line. C.J. Kelly with the quarterback sack.
Great hustle there by Kelly coming from that backside, just working to the ball here. Travis Burgess trying to make something happen, trying to escape the pocket, and then just running into Kelly as he backs up.
3rd down and 14. The line the gain is the 5. Guns it in the middle. Missed his target. Was looking for Taylor inside the 5-yard line. It's 4th down.
Looking for Taylor. You can see him catching him coming off the field right there. Taylor never got his head around for that pass by Burgess. He put a little pepper on it right there, trying to strong arm it on that slant route.
So Ricardo Martinez is on for a 38-yard field goal right in the middle of the field. The snapper is Fuller and the holder is Taylor, and the kick is good. 38 yards. Ricardo Martinez converts. And here in the first 7 minutes of the game, Grayson has scored 10 points.
Off to a great start, playing with the energy that Coach Bryant needed this team to play with on offense, meeting that challenge. The idea of taking on Carrollton, who comes into the game averaging close to 50 points a game, 46 points. It makes you feel like you're going to have to go out and score, but right now, really just walking the ball down the field, doing what they want. Didn't come up with 7, but punched in that 3 to extend their lead.
Grayson has won 3 state championships. They did it in 2011 when they shut out Walton 24-0, had Robert Kimdici 2016. They beat Roswell 23-20 in overtime. Just a fantastic state championship game. And in 2020, Collins Hill, Travis Hunter was a junior that year. They beat him 38-14. Like I said,
Heisman Trophy winner.
Like I said, if you're gonna win a state championship in 6A or 7A in Georgia, whatever the case may be, you better have some college football dudes ready to go. And the kick is going to go out of bounds, so that's going to give Carrollton the ball at the 35-yard line. Here's a look at the Carrollton season recap. 14-0. Average margin of victory, 32 points. They've gone 40-plus in 11 of their 14 games. They won their 34th region championship, and they are in their 10th straight playoff appearance. And the 36th in the last 37 years. But that's only a small part of the story. This is their 15th state championship game appearance and first since 2022. They are 7-7 all time in state championship games, but they have not won one since 1998. And that is the only one they've won in the last 49 years. Underneath it goes to Mosley. Breaks a couple of tackles. There goes Ryan Mosley. 65 yards, Carrollton on the board.
And that's just how quick and how much talent is in the receiving room in Carrollton right there. Just a simple slant route. Mosley, Uriah Point getting inside, using his size right here. Quick read. Make a man miss, break a tackle, and make it into a foot race. The 4-star receiver, the junior Ryan Mosley. Huge play, bringing back some of that momentum to the Trojans.
Hernandez on for the PAT. High snap, they get it down, he puts it through, 10-7. And you're right, this is a short pass, and Ryan Mosley does all the heavy work, snaps through 2 tackles right there, and then a third, and then a foot race that nobody else was going to catch him.
6'2", 180, long, big receiver, along with A.J. McNeil, Zion Cooley, Kion Colfer, Peyton Zachary, a lot of weapons for JuJu, and right there showing just the talent that he has. Big-time athlete, Mosley. It's a 3-yard slant right there on Uriah Point. Get you a big touchdown. Points is headed to Liberty.
Mosley has 27 offers, including Georgia, Alabama, and South Carolina, rated as high as the number 13 athlete in the country. He showed off his athleticism on that play right there. 17 points on the board in the first 7 minutes of this game. Far cry from what we saw in the 5A final last night when we had 77 points scored in the first half. So take a look at the Grayson season summary. 13-1, the champions of Region 4, going 6-0, averaging 36.5 points per game, giving up 11.5 points per game. But a season that was just strange in every way, starting with the Hurricane Helene, that postponed their game against Newton, a game that we were going to televise on GPB. It ended up being played on November 9th. And then you had, on top of that, you had the chemical fire out in Rockdale County, and their region encompasses a lot of Newton and Rockdale County, and all those teams were on lockdown and shutdown. So Grayson had no opponents to play for nearly 6 weeks. Ball in the air on the far side and caught by Sanchez, but he's out of bounds.
Great job down the field there by Dorian Barney, just not giving Sanchez any room to work with on this pass. Airing it out down the field is Burgess. Watch 18, he has his head around, miscalculated his jump, but look how close Sanchez is to the sideline. Just nowhere really to catch that ball and come down with it.
So 2nd down and 10 following the incompletion. Burgess runs it up to the 27-yard line. Spratling making the tackle. That guy was all over the place in their 30-17 win over Buford in the state semifinals. He was their player of the game. JuJu Lewis was our Georgia Cotton Commission player of the game, but the Carrollton Trojans player of the game was Caden Spratling.
Playing with some pace here. Burgess dangerous running the ball.
Elijah Miller did not get the first down. Stopped at the 29.
Good job of penetration of the defensive front right there. Caden Spratling. Big time physical defensive end linebacker. Keeping the defense on the field as Carrollton punt safe here. This situation, you have to make sure they do not fake this ball.
It's 4th and 1. Snap goes back, and they do punt it out of there. And it's going to be taken by Zachary. And he gets swarmed under at the 42-yard line. And then a flag, I think, does come out at the end of the play. 33-yard kick, 5-yard return.
Possible late hit, face mask right there at the end of that play.
During the return, personal foul, face mask on the kicking team. 15-yard penalty for making the run. First down.
Right at the tail end of this play, Zachary is going down right there. You can see the snagging of that face mask. Carrollton starting this drive on Grayson's side of the field.
1st and 10 from the 43. Take a jet sweep, and though they do hand it off. That was Kion Kofer, who took the jet sweep and gets about 5 on the plays. We take a look at Carrollton on offense. Sakai Helton, the left tackle, is rated as high as the #1 interior offensive lineman in the class of 2026. He may end up playing defensive line at the next level. Kamari Farmer, he kind of gets lost in the conversation, but rushed for close to 1,300 yards this season. And there he is right there. Short gain for Kamari Farmer.
What a capable back he is. 1,300 yards coming into this game. 20 touchdowns. Great out of the backfield as well as 4 receiving touchdown. Has great hands. 3-star is a complete back. You're right, man. He just kind of gets lost. And right now, when you talk about the kingdom of JuJu Lewis, everybody kind of gets lost the way he plays.
3rd down and 4. Line to gain is the 33. And JuJu Lewis, quick pass out there. Did it hit the ground? They're going to rule it a catch. That's a first down. Peyton Zachary, all 5'5", 153, if indeed that's right. And he's a little stick of dynamite. He's got 25 offers, including Georgia.
JuJu Lewis right there. Didn't have a lot on that throw. Zachary actually bailed him out going down to the turf to pick that ball up. And they are going to give him the first down, moving in markers now.
First and 10, ball at the 31-yard line. Carrollton, after falling behind 10-0, now has the ball, threatening to take the lead. Cooley with the catch, and Cooley gets close to 10.
Good job of Cooley. Great hands as a tight end, coming underneath the coverage right there. Just throw and catch to your big-time tight end. 6'4", 225, mid to East Carolina.
The more I see Zion Cooley, the more I love him. As a defender, as a defensive end, or a tight end, either one. Got a lot of options there. Ball goes to Zachary. Jitterbuggy, flag out. Might have a hold.
We're going to get A.J. McNeil here out on the edge. Trying to run the quick screen, get the ball out to Peyton Zachary. Tremendous out here in space here. Watch 13 as he comes down on this crack block, just holding right there, wrestling the defender down to the ground.
Joey King, third season with the Trojans, 51-5.
Offense, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay first down.
So now you're going to be looking at first and 20. 118 wins and just 9 losses in his 9 seasons as a head coach. 2 state titles coming at Cartersville. This is the 5th state championship. Let me correct that. This is the 6th state championship game that he's played in. Now make it 2 with Carrollton, 4 with Cartersville.
Offensive unit, everybody's looking to the sideline. No one's lined up, waiting on formations to come in. A lot of information being processed. This Grayson defense changing up looks, coverages, trying to confuse JuJu Lewis.
Lewis fires to Cooley. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Carrollton.
Great job, Zion Cooley, working out of the slot down low. What a find here by JuJu Lewis. Busted coverage on the back end. No one goes with Cooley right here. As you can see, no one's in coverage. Looks like Grayson was part man and part zone there, but no one carried Zion Cooley as he came off the ball.
6th touchdown reception of the season for Cooley. And the PAT by Hernandez makes it 14-10. So Carrollton fell behind 10-0 in the first 7 minutes of the game, and it takes them 4 minutes to erase the deficit.
Right here, as you can see, we'll read by JuJu, but no white jersey really paying any attention there to Cooley. Looks like they were trying to pass that off. And Davis was passing it off to Jalen Bell, but it was just too late. Zion Cooley for the touchdown.
JuJu Lewis with 2 more touchdown passes in this game. 144 for his career.
Still has the kid in it. And that's what you want to capture, and that's what you want to always continue to have in you. That's what keeps you going, that youthfulness. But what a player he is. As you said, we saw him as a freshman. Now he has a goatee. He's gotten older, old and wise.
And by this weekend he could be teammates with Travis Hunter at Colorado as they get ready for their bowl game. How about that? He'll be walking in the door as Travis is walking out, but they'll participate in bowl practice.
Well, we can just leave him the keys to the Ferrari. Just pass them as they go in. What a career Travis Hunter put together in 3 years. Just took over college football and won the Heisman Trophy, and rightfully so.
Yeah. Better get used to the spotlight and the cameras. It looked like he was trying to find out where the camera was that was shooting him. JuJu, we got lots of cameras. You can't hide from them. 1st and 10, ball at the 20. Embrace it. You're going to go play for prime time. Miller up the middle, all the way the ball to the 35-yard line. Elijah Miller on the run.
Great job getting downhill. Elijah Miller, 5'9", 205 senior, all-purpose back, physical runner.
Up top to the far sideline and looking for Stafford. What a bonus for them to get Jonathan Stafford back. He had not played since the 4th game of the season. This is an outstanding young junior wide receiver with 10-plus offers already, including Georgia State, Vanderbilt, and Florida Atlantic. But this is a young man that's been lighting up the Gwinnett Football League as a middle school player before he even got to high school. He's almost legendary status. Ball goes out here on the near side to Stafford again. And Stafford making his presence felt.
Just a little quick screen out on the edge here. Get the ball to your most dynamic player out in space here. And I can testify for you, Matt. You asked Coach Bryant why Stafford wasn't on the depth chart. He said he wasn't going to play. Looks like he's going to play a lot here tonight and get some ball.
He's already played a lot here tonight. Taylor can't hold it in with one hand. And it's 4th down. And a punting situation here for Grayson. Here's a look at that Carrollton defense with Kelly, Elder, and Ricks across the front. Those linebackers, Spratling, Gamble, Wolf, and Hagan. Gamble's not 9 offers, including Tennessee. Zealous Hicks is already signed with Tennessee. Shamar Arnaud is already signed with Florida State. Barney is a junior who has 40 offers. Their secondary is maybe second to none in the state of Georgia, maybe in the nation.
And that's why we were applauding this Grayson offense, the way they attacked them in this first quarter. Willing to challenge them downfield. 2 top-notch corners, Arnaud and Barney.
Had a 35-yard punt right there. Now we have a flag down on the field, so we'll check the call.
Not sure. It's like maybe a false start, a long discussion. I don't think either team knows who it is against.
Well, it's a very long discussion on a 35-yard punt.
Holding, kicking team, 10-yard penalty. That'll be added to the end of the kick. 1st and 10.
So no chance to force them to have to re-kick this. Just going to add it to the end of the kick here. You can see Coach King going out and asking.
Carrollton has decided to re-kick the ball. We're going to go back to the previous spot. 10-yard penalty. Re-kick.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, with Peyton Zachary back there, you want to give him as many times as possible to fill a punt and make something happen. Good call there by Coach King. Make them re-kick, go through the process again. Sometimes you catch a guy a little winded, having to re-kick the ball, covering out.
Ryan Ortega standing at the 16-yard line to kick, and there is Peyton Zachary at the 43. Snap it a little bit off center there, but able to recover and boom it out of there. Ortega, and Zachary takes it at the 34. Zachary across the 50, and that's why they wanted him to re-kick.
That's why you want a guy like him on the back end is always one missed tackle away from scoring here. Great job. The ability to run through the tackle, the vision, the cutting ability. Peyton Zachary, 3-star, dynamic. Debo Samuel is what Coach King referred to him as, one of those Debo Samuel type guys.
45-yard kick, but a 16-yard return as JuJu brings the offense back out. You see his current rankings. He's up 7th now. Got a shot to get to 11,000 yards here before the night is over. 144. Don't think he can get the 4th. Deshaun Watson is there at 155. He'd have to throw 10-plus touchdown passes tonight to get to that number. Farmer on the run, and Farmer inside the 40-yard line down to the 39.
Good job on that right side. R.J. Sizemore, Ashton Sheffield. 0 penetration to stop that play. Easily getting to the edge.
2nd down and 4. Ball thrown there on a screen to McNeil. A.J. McNeil with the 1st down catch.
Good protection by the offensive line. On time for that play to develop there, and a good find to A.J. McNeil.
And that is the end of the 1st quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter.
Carrollton undaunted, fell behind 10-0, but snaps right back. Takes a 14-10 lead to the 2nd quarter here in Atlanta.
Football Fridays in Georgia on GPB is brought to you in part by Cigna Healthcare. Cigna Healthcare is a proud partner of Georgia Public Broadcasting and Football Fridays. Cigna Healthcare's mission is to improve the health and vitality of those we serve. Visit Cigna.com to learn how you can support your physical and emotional well-being. Breda Pest Management knows it's the bugs inside that you want gone. That's why Breda works to protect the inside and outside of your home.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
This is my family. Everyone on my team knows that we're going to fight, we're going to be relentless, we're going to be aggressive, and we're going to be determined to get a great result. Mabra Law.
Oh, could you give me a soda there?
It's important for all of us to remember that what we're witnessing out here are actually student athletes. So we're witnessing the final football exam, if you will. But these student athletes have academic finals all week. I talked to Coach Brian. He said Grayson actually had 2-hour finals this morning. And then they had to switch gears and get ready for this football game. And then win or lose, both teams actually have finals first thing tomorrow morning. Now, when we were covering the 5A game last night, I got home close to 12:30, and I live about 30 minutes away. So can you imagine both of these teams tomorrow morning, those student athletes taking exams?
No, I cannot.
I think JuJu has a 6 a.m. flight. I'm not sure. Might need to check.
To Boulder, Colorado. First class, of course. So 1st and 10 for the Trojans as we start this 2nd quarter. Yeah, when Nikki started delving into all those questions about final exams, I wanted no part of that. I left that behind a long time ago. JuJu on the throwback, and it's going to be caught by Farmer. Slips a tackle. They're trying to strip Farmer. He's out of bounds at the 11-yard line. That'll be another 1st down for Carrollton.
Great job. of finding Farmer through all the bodies out on the edge. The offensive line doing a good job slipping out right there. You can see 3 blockers in front, almost coming up with the big play there. Is Jalen Bell just missed on the tackle. Great execution there by the O-line in the back.
Carrollton in the Alpha Insurance red zone. 1st and 10. Ball at the 11-yard line. Quick pass out here. That's kind of a backwards pass, it looks like, going to Zachary, and a flag out.
I think they're going to get C.J. Mosley maybe blocking too soon down on the edge. Ball taking a long time to get outside.
Wayne, that's several times they've thrown that pass to Zachary kind of backwards. They might be setting up for something bigger later in the game, you think?
Definitely got a double pass or even
Offense. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
Yeah, the thing.
Or slipping, faking the pass to Zachary and slipping Mosley down the field.
Yep.
With his size and speed.
And we've already seen Mosley with the 65-yard touchdown catch and run tonight. See, Carrollton's only had the ball 4:15, but they don't have to hold the ball very long to put points on the board, as they've shown you already. Ball goes to Zachary. He gets blown up right away. And Tyler Atkinson is there to stop it.
Really don't want to run that route into that player right there. As you can see, Zachary got that ball and got down real quick when he looked up and 16 was in his face.
Our GPB Sports Defensive Player of the Year, and just a junior. He has 51 offers, including Georgia. He's rated as high as the #1 linebacker in 2026, the #1 prospect in Georgia in 2026, and the #9 overall national prospect in 2026. You get the picture. He's a big-time player.
Right here, stepping up in the hole, making another tackle there is Atkinson.
His numbers on the season: 27 TFL, 11 quarterback sacks. His career numbers, and he's just a junior, 462 tackles, 76 TFL, and 29.5 quarterback sacks with a season to go. 3rd and 11. JuJu going for the fade, popped up into the air, and incomplete. McNeil did catch it, but he could not stay in bounds.
Working the one-on-one matchup, Riley Drew trying to take advantage of the size difference. Keeping it out, nice job. As you can see, Drew getting that left hand in there. A.J. McNeil trying to reset himself and get his toes back in. As you can see, he initially stepped out of bounds right there. Thought he could hopscotch back in bounds, but clearly you can see his toes still on the line.
So 4th down and 28-yard field goal attempt for Hernandez. Kick is on its way, and it is good. Tough angle there for Hernandez. He made it look easy as he strikes it through, and it's 17-10, Carrollton.
Hernandez, 9 of 11 field goals on the season. Right there, just getting it inside that left upright. But in the kicking game, it doesn't matter how it goes in. It only matters that it goes in. Good job there by Carlos Hernandez.
So 17-10, 17 unanswered points for Carrollton. The Governor's Red Ribbon Campaign scoring drive, 8 plays, 33 yards, 2 minutes to get the 3.
How can this Grayson Ram offense recapture some of that energy that they started off with? They're just kind of walking and moving the ball at will. Travis Burgess has continued to take advantage and use his ability to run the ball. That's really been hurting this Carrollton's defense.
kick will be non-returnable. So we'll see if Grayson can get back untracked here offensively after they got off to such a great start. It's kind of been all Carrollton for the last 7 minutes on the game clock. Carrollton, one of the true blue bloods in the state of Georgia. You'd have to visit Carrollton to understand just how big this state championship would mean to not just the school, but the program, the community, the entire city. Elijah Miller stopped right there at the line of scrimmage. No running room for Elijah Miller.
Here's that man again, Landon Wolf, stepping up to make the play right there. Oh, excuse me, that's C.J. Gamble.
Gamble's a guy that's really come on the last couple of weeks. Ball goes out on the edge. Flag immediately flies after Stafford makes the catch.
Illegal shift. Everybody was not set there for Grayson. Snapped the ball.
Illegal shift. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay second down.
That'll back it up to the 15-yard line.
You get both offenses this late in the season, this kind of game, doing a lot of looking to the sideline, plays developing real slow.
2nd and 15.
With the hard count, trying to get the defense to declare.
Ball goes over here to Stafford again. Stafford making up for lost time for all those games that he missed. That's his 4th catch here in the first half.
Just a simple throw and catch there. A little out route by Stafford.
3rd down and 8.
Looks like we're rotating extra offensive linemen into the game. Going with an empty backfield here. And spread the defense out.
Setting up a screen here for Stafford. It gets blown up.
C.J. Gamble once again just taking too long for that play to get in. Defense had all the time to survey the field. 3-star linebacker. Only a junior making another big play, a tackle for a loss.
Has 8 offers, including Tennessee. 59 tackles on the season. But he had a double-digit tackle game against Buford in the state semifinals. He has played very well the last 2 weeks of these playoffs. 4th down and 12. And the punt. Short kick. Let's see where this thing's going to land. It's going to take a big bounce for Grayson. Going to bail him out a little bit. Be down at the 49-yard line. Ends up being a 31-yard kick. But great field position for Carrollton as they take over with 8:55 to play here in the first half.
Second drive this half that they start in enemy territory. Complimentary football on display here. Can this offense of Carrollton go up top early?
And offensive line, Wayne, has done a tremendous job this year keeping JuJu Lewis clean. Only 13 sacks allowed in 14 games.
The line takes it personal to keep their star quarterback clean in the pocket. Take advantage of the kind of talent he has by keeping him upright.
Lewis goes quickly underneath here to Ryan Mosley. Mosley gets 8 on the pass play. You and I have talked about it. I mean, we've done so many JuJu Lewis games in his career. The thing that jumps off the page at me for JuJu is that he always finds the open receiver.
He always seems to be in control, understanding the offense, down and distance, just mastery, how he's doing that at such a young age.
Farmer hits the line, will not get the first down. Good job by that Grayson defense.
One thing about receivers, with a guy like JuJu, they all know if I can get open, I might get the ball. That's how he spreads it around. Good tackle there by Grayson.
How about Waylon Wooten? That was the 6'2", 308 sophomore. Got his paws on Kamari Farmer, and that was the end of the play.
Officials come out for injury.
It looks like is that Wooten
It
down
is.
right there?
Yep. He got cramped making that
He
tackle.
used too much energy on that with that one play, but what a prospect he is. That kind of size, a plugger there in the middle. Only a sophomore, 6'2", 308.
7+ offers, including Georgia, South Carolina, and Florida. Showed you his tremendous strength on that play, just grabbing Kamari Farmer with one arm and yanking him down.
Still working on that right leg. Maybe this is in the hamstring area. Looks like he's going to be able to get up here as Wooten. It is a little warmer here this week. Teams have been, for the last 4 or 5 weeks, playing in chilly temperatures. You get inside, it gets a little warmer. Got to hydrate, keep that water in you. Big fella's up on his feet.
So Santavius Bryant, even though this is his first state championship game as a head coach, it's actually his third overall. He was a member of Adam Carter's staff in 2020 when Grayson won the state championship. And then 2 years later, he was part of Coach Niblett's staff at Gainesville when they lost to Langston Hughes in a great game in the 6A championship game that year. Wise beyond his years. He's a phenomenal man to talk to and hold a conversation with. You can see why Grayson immediately gave him a call when Adam Carter took the job at Lowndes. 3rd and 1. Had movement up front.
Ball start here on Carrollton.
Ball start. Offense, 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
And pre-snap, as I mentioned, for both teams, the play is taking a long time to happen. Not sure if it's both quarterbacks trying to do a lot of reading or they're looking to the sideline, waiting on the play. They're just not snapping to the ball. They're having success after the snap, but the procedure of getting lined up, shuffling in bodies, is taking a long time for both of these teams.
Do you think the different environment has anything to do with it? Running a jet sweep right there to Kyon Kofer, and he got stopped. Great play by Jalen Williams, the middle safety.
Came in out of nowhere is number 2, middle of the field, coming up, doing a great job of forcing that play back into the inside. Kyon Kofer, and making the play there is Jalen Williams.
Got 11 offers, including Boston College, Marshall, and Coastal Carolina. He has had a great senior season. 4th down and going for it, 4th and 6, if indeed they do. This might be a pooch kick coming from JuJu. That's exactly what it is. Spinning kick like a helicopter. Gonna roll dead at the 7-yard line. And that's where Grayson will go back on offense. A 38-yard punt by JuJu Lewis.
Football Fridays in Georgia on GPB is brought to you in part by Georgia's EMCs. So much more than electricity.
You've seen what your electric cooperative can do for your home, your workplace, your weekend. But what lights us up is empowering your local community and economy. Georgia's EMCs support 15,000 jobs and invest $16 billion in infrastructure annually. And because we operate at cost, any extra revenue is reinvested into your co-op or returned to members. Investment with impact. That's the electric cooperative difference. Georgia's EMCs, so much more than electricity.
GPB sports broadcast of this game is made possible by supporters of the GHSA, including the National Federation of High Schools.
know, I'm a person too.
The GHSA football playoffs and championships are brought to you by Alpha Insurance. We're more than just an insurance company. We're a part of your community.
I have just a little update on Waylon Wooten. He got caught up on that defensive play, trying to bring Kamari Farmer down, who isn't easy to bring down. Well, he came off the sideline, went and straight to water, chugged water a little bit, and then he started walking around, wincing, a little bit in pain, with his left arm, started doing some circles. And then he approached his fellow defensive lineman saying, hey, we got to fight. Now he's over there watching film with him.
Nikki, it's called being 15, 16 years old. You rebound really quickly.
Must be nice.
That feeling of being a superhero. It only takes a couple of seconds to get back on your feet.
Need a little water, I'm ready to go. Handoff goes to Joel Bradford. And Bradford's going to get a couple of yards on the play, up to the 10-yard line.
Special talent is Bradford, fast, bright future for him. Needs a big night.
Yeah, my bad. That's Ashton Turner. Ashton Turner now in the game getting the carries. So he becomes the third back used by Grayson here this evening.
Turner, a young sophomore as well, more of a downhill runner. I still don't know what the two mouthpieces are for. I guess maybe one is for run and one is for pass.
You got me on that one. 3rd down and 6. Burgess throws. First down catch. Stafford having a great game for a guy that wasn't going to play.
This connection between Burgess and Stafford is paying dividends. Doesn't look like he's been out at all. The routes he's running and the confidence Burgess has going to him.
Well, he had 99 catches at Archer as a freshman and sophomore before he ever got to Grayson. Got over 1,100 yards receiving in his career.
Nice job by Bradford there, more of a power back. Bouncing that to the outside, getting behind Nick Brooks.
Going up top, got a man streaking open, and Taylor cannot run under it.
Taylor getting a step there on A.J. Gramati. Travis Burgess just want to hold that one more beat before you air it out right there, but he shows you the arm strength that he does have.
3rd down and 5. Ball at the 24. Burgess fires in the middle. That's a first down catch. Sanchez picks up the first down. Sanchez, 4th catch of the game for him.
Nice job there by Sanchez. Knowing where he is on the field, being able to get to the first down marker, turn around, make himself available.
It's funny. I'll tell this story to show you an example of how many weapons Grayson has. Our stats man, Kevin Barnes, was working on his stat sheets before the game, and he says, oh, so you're telling me Grayson's got 15 different guys that can catch the ball? And I said, yeah, that's about right.
A lot of talent on both sides of this field, and that's why you're in the 6A championship here.
Burgess going to run it. I love this part of his game. Look at him. Burgess across the 50. Down to the 45. That's a 22-yard pickup.
And I love how he doesn't hesitate right there. Little pump fake, then he gets upfield. Nice block on the edge there by Aiden Taylor.
And then Grayson going tempo here. Hands the ball off to Elijah Millard, who's now back in the game at running back. And a timeout's been called by... Oh, it's an injury timeout.
Timeout for AJ.
Looks like another cramp. You hit the nail on the head because we've gone through, as you know, if you've been going to football games on Friday nights the last couple of weeks, it has been iceberg cold outside in the quarterfinals and the semifinals. And now, not only does it heat up weather-wise here in the Atlanta area, temperatures in the 60s today, You come indoors to play, and you know it's very humid and hot down on that football field when you're playing a game. So bodies have been acclimated to the cold, maybe not hydrating as much because it's cold, and now it's hot again. So we're seeing cramps in this game tonight.
You definitely naturally just stop drinking as much fluid when it gets colder. Or you
exactly,
find yourself
because it
drinking,
makes it colder.
It makes it colder. It's just a natural thing. You start drinking warmer, tea, coffee, things like that. And players forget to make that adjustment of what their environment is going to be.
So now it's going to be 2nd down and 5. Ball at the 40. Grayson on the move again. Jumped out to a 10-0 lead in this game, but now they trail 17-10 in the 6A final. Miller gets swallowed up right away. Big-time stop by C.J. Kelly.
C.J. Kelly with the penetration right there, going unblocked into the backfield. Just a miscommunication on the blocking scheme up front. Easy tackle, easy play for Kelly.
3rd down and 9. Burgess dancing around, dumps it off to Miller. Miller's got a first down. And Elijah Miller down inside the 30-yard line. Picked up 16 on that play.
Nice job, and that's where that 6'6" frame comes into an advantage for Burgess, able to survey and look down the field to find Miller.
Miller gets another 5 yards down to the 25. Actually, they keep rotating those guys in there. That time it was Ashton Turner. So Turner with some fresh legs cuts through the defense and inside the 10-yard line.
The counter play to the right. Turner cutting it back against the grain and finding a big hole. You can see Coach King sprinting down to call a timeout for his defense.
Timeout. Carrollton. That's their first timeout of the half.
Grayson going up-tempo here on Carrollton. And the fresh legs of Ashton Turner ripping through the defense.
And this is all about his vision right here is Turner, the young sophomore. Play was meant to go to the right. He didn't feel like he could get over there. Saw the hole on that backside. Cut it back and then just made it a physical run. 5'8", 195 sophomore. What a bright future here in the run game with Turner and Bradford in the backfield, only sophomores.
Yeah, Grayson has 121 yards rushing in this game, 67 for Burgess, 31 for Turner, and 21 for Miller.
Great job of Grayson in this drive, getting back to some physicality, getting the ball out quick, staying ahead of the chains, driving the ball, eating some clock. See how the Carrollton offense was functioning. Let it sit on the sideline. Park it for a while. Eat up some clock if you're Grayson.
Yeah, they've got a close to 5-minute time of possession advantage now, does Grayson. And Miller now in the game at running back again, and Miller pulls his way down to the 4.5.
Correct snap right there to Miller. Able to make something out of nothing there. Good job of falling forward.
Gets the handoff again. Touchdown, Grayson. On the 14th play of the drive, Elijah Miller takes it in from 5 yards out. We're a PAT away from being tied.
Getting behind that big offensive line. Gardner, Roby over there on that right side at 285 and 295. Just a big hole there for Elijah Miller to get downhill, and you're just not going to stop him in that situation, the power that he runs with.
Now Martinez on for the PAT. Aiden Taylor's the holder. Andre Fuller is the snapper, and the kick is up and good. We're tied at 17.
Size advantage up front for Grayson. Look at the power, the bruising running of Elijah Miller right there. Look at the hole pulling right there. kick out block. In that situation, just not able to bring him down. A.J. Cromartie trying to get him down, but too much momentum there by Miller.
12th rushing touchdown of the season for Elijah Miller as big Nick Brooks gets helped to the sideline. And we do have flags sitting on the field by the officials huddled inside the 10, so we'll check the call here.
After the play was over, personal foul, kicking came. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty that will be enforced on the kick.
How they were talking to Nick Brooks, looks like maybe that call was on him. As you saw, Travis Burgess, wasn't sure if he was hurt or they were just calling that penalty on him. A big break here for Carrollton. 15 yards, give them a great opportunity to have great field position on the kickoff.
Yeah, that means the kickoff's coming from the 25 instead of the 40.
Coach King out on the field discussing is he looking for another option? Would he, Dave Reynolds, would he have an option on this penalty?
So I believe the action was after the play was over. So it should be the field goal was successful and on the kickoff.
Dave Reynolds, our officials expert up here. They're still talking about it. And you can see both coaches are on the field
with their hands on their hip, looking for an explanation.
Creeping up close to the officials' huddle here. They want to know what's going on. I never saw the personal foul, so it's hard to comment on that. I didn't see it. So, upper left-hand corner of your screen, watch 73. Oh, there he is.
Right there.
Oh, my
Kicks
goodness.
that left foot right there is Nick Brooks, and that's what Coach King is looking at as a possible ejection situation, and that might be what they're reviewing. Defender is on the ground, and he kicked him.
So, Dave, is a play like that reviewable for ejection purposes?
So what they're doing here is just discussing, right? If we eject a player, it's a serious offense. Let's be honest, right? So the crew wants to get together. The crew has to come with that determination on the field. So, again, it's a crew conversation to get that call correct.
After crew conference, number 73 has been disqualified from the contest.
Wow. That is huge. Number 73 is Nick Brooks, consensus 4-star, rated as high as the number 17 offensive tackle in the country, and signed with the Texas Longhorns. And he will not be able to finish the state championship game.
He looks like he explaining that he was holding his ankle right there, and it looks like maybe, but the defender was on the ground. He kicked him in the face mask. Two officials are right there standing, seeing the play happen.
It does look like the Carrollton player might have been holding his foot, and it's still, I mean, that I don't think that justifies kicking another player. That's not an argument I think they're going to be able to win, but that's going to be a huge loss when you take away perhaps a future NFL offensive lineman from your left tackle position here in the state championship game.
Now you got to play musical chairs in your offensive line. The depth chart says that Kenneth Roby has to move from right guard to left tackle. You have to fill in the gap with him.
So with the penalty, it's a shorter kick. It's going to be taken at the 17-yard line by A.J. McNeil. He's got a couple of kick returns for touchdowns in his career, and he has a nice 33-yard return up near midfield.
We do have a flag on the field on the 40. Now they've thrown it back to around the 38.
So let's check the call here on the penalty.
during the return, holding on the return team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
So the spot of the foul was the 38, so they're going to end up putting the ball down at the 28. And so Carrollton goes back on offense. We're now tied at 17 again.
2:55, 2 timeouts, plenty of time for JuJu and his offense to move the ball down the field. Big playability all around.
Yeah, more than enough time for Carrollton to put points on the board here. Screen goes to Farmer. And oh my goodness, what a hit. Farmer gets leveled, upended.
Ron Mitchell right there. One of those glue pieces Coach Bryant calls him right here. Heat-seeking missile making that play right there. Big time hit by that young man.
I mean, they just have so much talent on their, well, both sides of the ball, but on defense too. Mitchum is not even rated as a starter. He's a second teamer, but he's been offered by Morehouse. You can see he's got starter skill set. Ball goes out there to Zachary. And Zachary out of bounds after a short gain.
JuJu trying to work that ball down the middle to Zion Cooley. Good job by the defense staying back. R.J. Isaac never buying on the fake, staying back. Couldn't get the ball to Cooley. Got the ball out on the edge trying to make something happen.
You see a 5-minute advantage for Grayson in ball control, but we're tied 17-17. And a double up on the play advantage too. 45 total plays run by Grayson and just 21 run by Carrollton. JuJu being flushed out of the pocket, throwing on the run and incomplete. And we get that question a lot, Wayne. Well, how do you stop a 5-star quarterback like JuJu Lewis? Well, it's the same way you stop any great quarterback. You get them off their spot. You apply pass rush. You get pressure on him. Speed up the game for him.
Make them have to make quick decisions right there. The pursuit of Covington, Chandler Covington, number 15, just never allowed JuJu Lewis to even find anyone down the field. Just trying to buy time. Found himself on the sideline, didn't want to lose yards, threw it out of bounds.
The problem for opponents, as we showed you the graphic before, they've only given up 13 sacks the whole year. This is an end-over-end kick that Taylor takes on a fair catch at the 26-yard line. 44-yard kick. But there you saw an example of what happens when the defense does bring pressure. You flush him out of the pocket, make him throw on the run, don't let him set his feet, and it's a 3-and-out.
Change the look, change the formation, change the front, bring pressure from different angles. You have to make a young player, a great player, have to think at that position, and always an advantage is making him make plays, moving, and having to move out of the pocket.
So Grayson takes over, 1:54 to play in the half. They have all 3 timeouts remaining. Travis Burgess, 13 of 22 for 136 and 5 carries for 67. Elijah Miller gets stopped by Landon Wolf.
A superb tackler is Landon Wolf. Him and C.J. Gamble out in space right there. Just a great job. Elijah Miller, bigger, stronger, but no one plays harder than Wolf.
80 tackles on the season for Wolf. Burgess dancing around. They got him. Quarterback sack for Carrollton. Caden Spratling gets a piece of that sack.
How much is Nick Brooks being out of this game gives Carrollton a little life here to be able to get some penetration, get some pressure.
That's our second timeout of the half. Please reset the game clock to 1:24. Thank you.
And I'm not saying that Nick Brooks being out is a function of why that's a sack, but him not being up on that offensive line makes the defensive line think they have a better chance. They can get more in attack mode.
So they're going to give credit. That's Jabari Elder 94, not 34. They get down there and they get their jerseys all rolled up. It's hard to tell sometimes what the number is. But it was Jabari Elder and not Spratling who got that quarterback sack for Carrollton. And a timeout called by Carrollton. So they're thinking we can get the ball back. They have a very college-like approach to their time management in that we get a stop here, we get one more stop, we can use the timeout, we can get the ball back, give us 1 minute, we can score again.
Yeah, we've seen in this half, 2 plays, 1 play, they can get in the end zone. They have that kind of talent and even the ability of Zachary and his punt return to give them the short field.
And we saw this in the 5A game last night when Milton got the final possession of the first half and scored with 3 seconds left. And then they got the second half kickoff and scored again. They had back-to-back possessions. To me, I thought that was a huge factor in them winning that 5A state championship game, as they were able to back-to-back possessions at the end of the first half and the start of the second half and get some separation finally from Langston Hughes in what, to that point, had been a back-and-forth game.
And just a bad decision right there by Aiden Taylor running out of bounds. Carrollton not even having to use their timeout right there in that situation. You got to just get down and at least make them burn that last timeout.
Got to be aware of time and space. Kick's going to be taken by Zachary at the 46-yard line. He didn't call a fair catch. Zachary off to the races. Touchdown, Carrollton. But there is a flag down on the field. Might be coming back.
And that's that aspect we were talking about. Joey King knowing that he has that kind of returner. It looks like it might come back from the flag. But that shows you why he was being aggressive, calling those timeouts. Because he knows he has a home run hitter returning punts.
All right, where's the penalty?
I think they're going to get that little snag of the jersey right as Zachary cut upfield at the 50. As the coverage man was trying to get off of the block. Long discussion here. If it is holding, very long discussion.
Is that it right there?
I think it is.
That's Caleb Hudson,
right
number
there.
11.
Right up at the top of your screen
Might
as Zachary decides to go upfield. Right there, Jay Hagan, that little snag right there, number 2, I think.
During the return, there were 2 fouls on the return team. Holding, return team. Holding, return team. The ball, the 10-yard penalty will be enforced from the spot of the foul. 1st and 10.
So they declared that it was 2 holding penalties on Carrollton returning the ball there.
So erases the 55-yard punt return touchdown by Peyton Zachary and puts the ball back down at the 40-yard line. So number 2 up there, Jay Hagan, right there, that's the hold.
That is one of the holdings, right? Holds right there. Not sure where the second one occurred.
So back on offense now for the Trojans, and JuJu Lewis just has to fire the ball into the ground as Grayson doing a much better job of getting pressure on the quarterback.
Nice job of sniffing that out by Chandler Covington, feeling the back, trying to get out, following him, and just nowhere to go with the ball there for JuJu.
So 2nd down and 10, ball at the 40. Again, the rush is heavy. And JuJu going to be sacked, pushed out of bounds. Tyler Atkinson getting to the quarterback.
The closing speed here of this young man is why he's so highly rated. 6'3", 220, a junior. Watch as JuJu tries to get. Look at the speed here of Atkinson. Wow, and a good job of not making that a personal foul, being too enthusiastic and throwing him on the ground. Nice job there, but that kind of speed from that position is just amazing.
3rd down and 17. The handoff goes to Kamari Farmer, and Farmer up to the 49. Nearly got all of it back. A yard short of the 1st down. And Carrollton will use their last timeout to stop the clock with 36 seconds to play in the half.
Big decision here, whether to go for it on 4th and 1.
Timeout. Carrollton. It's a 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
And Matt, that's why I was saying that when Aiden Taylor went out of bounds, Carrollton wouldn't have had that timeout right there to be able to stop the clock. They would have had to make a quick decision either to go for it or kill the clock, but it would have put more pressure on them to make a play.
Yeah, I don't know about going for it right here on 4th and 1.
This kind of game, tight game, 17-17, the way, especially even with his feet, Burgess can make a play up. The smart thing here, maybe try to draw him off sides.
Exactly.
And take the penalty, but punt this ball. And more than likely, if you get a solid punt, Grayson will just take the half.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what you do. You line up here, you try to draw them off sides. If you do, you got some more time and, to run a couple more plays. If not, punt it away. They snap it. They give it to Farmer. Bounces off a tackle and picks up the 1st down. Defender got in there. A glancing blow on Farmer did not stop him. No timeouts remaining. Carrollton spikes the ball, stopping the clock with 30 seconds.
Jaylon Williams came up from that safety position and just whiffed on the tackle. He got the penetration, just could not get the runner down before he got that 1st down.
Yeah, had he been able to stick the tackle, that would have been a TFL. It would have been Grayson's ball. But it was just a glancing blow off of Kamari Farmer. 2nd down, ball at the 49. Probably need a good 20 yards here to be in field goal range. JuJu Lewis gets rid of it just in time. Kamari Farmer scoots to the outside, gets out of bounds at the 39.
Great job there by Kamari Farmer. The heads-up play here to take this ball and get out of bounds, not try to make a home run hit and get tackled. Got out of bounds and stopped the clock.
Headsy play by Kamari Farmer, 20 seconds now. Ball is in the air and nearly intercepted by Williams. Someone got their hands on it at the line of scrimmage, and then Williams, trailing on the play, nearly got the pick.
Chandler Covington right here. I want to say 15 as he comes up.
That was Atkinson. Oh, no, is that 15 or 16? I think it might have been 16, Atkinson. It's hard to tell with these gold numbers sometimes. I think it might have been Atkinson who popped the ball up into the air.
Stepping up, getting a hand on that ball, nearly intercepted there by Williams.
It was Atkinson who deflected that pass. Second down and 10. And JuJu takes a sack back at the 44, and that might be the end of the half. Tyler Atkinson, GPB Defensive Player of the Year. They line up. They want to snap it again and flag out. We had players offsides. I don't know that we had players set.
And it seemed like Carrollton was set either on the play. Not sure that the receivers even set to, they were all up on the line of scrimmage.
We'll have another conference. Yeah, I don't know. The defense was offsides, but the offense I don't think was set either. Tyler Atkinson in our battle of GPB Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player has been fun.
Offense, 5-yard penalty. Third down. Sideline warning. Grayson.
Got all kinds of penalties and flags and calls here in these last couple of minutes of this half. Let's see if Carrollton decides to try something deep here. Like a Hail Mary, definitely. They're on Grayson's side of the field. JuJu has the arm strength to get it to the end zone.
Yeah, no problem.
Might as well take a chance and get it down the field.
So ball sitting at the 49 with 3 seconds to play in the half. Got trips to the top half of the field. Now a timeout's going to be called by Grayson. Man, they're working the clock.
Grayson, that's their first timeout of the half.
Yeah, they're working the clock like this is an NBA game.
Not sure what Coach Bryant wants an explanation on that play right there, but he's looking for something.
Well, with this timeout, yeah, well, you're right. He's going out there to talk to the officials. With this timeout, though, I'm guessing that he wants make sure his team understands, knock the ball down.
He wants an explanation of some sort right there. But I imagine that Grayson is going to get in a prevent defense. You're going to get 4 or 5 white jerseys just going to go back and stand at the goal line.
Santavius Bryant, young man, started his coaching career as an outside linebacker coach at his alma mater at Wheeler. He played his college ball at Shorter. He also played a little basketball at Wheeler, which they are known to do. His senior season, some guy you may have heard of, Jaylen Brown, was a freshman.
World champion Jaylen Brown, what a dynamic, big-time player he is.
No doubt. Might be the final play, and I say might because you never know. Could have a penalty with no time and an untimed down. Handoff goes to Kamari Farmer. Farmer right up the middle and gets run down from behind. And the half finally comes to a close. What a half for the 6A state championship game. These two teams have not disappointed. 17-17 as they head to the locker room.
Balcom. He's been one of Bibb County's top defensive players for 3 consecutive seasons. He's led the team.
He's a different culture, but after 2 years of being
here, you've got a great crowd from both of these.
Touchdown pass from Lewis to Mosley.
And JuJu Lewis once again able to find Cooley in the middle of the field, the big tight end, to stretch the lead here for Carrollton.
31-yard touchdown pass right there. And then the touchdown run by Elijah Miller. And that's where we stand right now, 17-17, as we get ready to start this third quarter. And Carrollton will get the ball first, so they're going to have the first chance to take the lead here.
It seems that the defense started picking up the pace, coming from different angles for Grayson, attacking JuJu, getting him off his mark, and they started struggling, forcing him out the pocket, which started making the offense start to get behind the chain, and it started to being 3rd and long.
All right, it's time now for our halftime interview. It's brought to you by Johnny's Pizzeria, your neighborhood pizzeria. Nikki Noto-Palmer standing by with Coach Santavius Bryant.
Coach, ball control-wise, your team has 4 minutes over Carrollton. How do you seize those opportunities and convert into scoring drives?
Yeah, we just got to keep doing the little things right. Think some things that we didn't do well that we should have in that first half. Hopefully we went in here at halftime, be able to clean them up and be able to capitalize a little bit more on those drives.
Yeah, and defensively speaking, I mean, you guys have been putting the pressure on JuJu, holding them to what they could really typically do. So how have you found success on that side of the ball?
And it's just effort, attention to detail, again, playing together, doing your job for the man next to you. That's what it's all about.
All right, Coach, how do you make this a 15-0 season?
And we got to come out here and attack, finish the game.
Finish the game. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Nikki. And I thought that was the real key as we take a look at the Alpha Insurance halftime stats. Their ability to put pressure on JuJu in that second quarter kind of changed things up a little bit. But as we take a look at the stats, what jumps off the page at you?
The rushing yards for Carrollton, only 19 with the kind of back Farmer that they have. They should be way up the board. And then only 1 for 6 on 3rd down. The way they can throw the ball, but they were in a lot of long-distance situations there, and Grayson was able to apply the pressure.
Yeah, and I think you look at the disparity in the total plays, 17 more plays run by Grayson than Carrollton in that first half, and close to a 4-minute time of possession advantage. I think if Grayson can keep that up, they might walk out of here with the championship trophy.
It's 15 minutes. It's just about going out and trying to find a way to win, and first and foremost, battle up JuJu, force him off the spot, use that speed as we saw the linebackers start attacking. They stop sitting back and waiting. They make a read, go get the quarterback. What a great job in that second quarter.
The other thing that will come into play here in the second half is, how does Grayson adjust on the offensive line, having lost their star left tackle, Nick Brooks, who got ejected from the game? How that impacts their running game, we'll find that out here in the next 2 quarters. Third quarter kickoff is brought to you by Heads Up Georgia. Park your phone while you're driving. It saves lives. And the kickoff will sail into the end zone off the foot of Kufaroke. And so here's a look at JuJu's numbers through the first half of play. 14 of 19 for 174, a couple of touchdowns. Did get sacked a couple of times. Now remember, only 13 sacks in 14 games. Grayson's been able to get to him twice in the first half.
Good numbers across the board, but really just poor on 3rd down. 1 of 6 on 3rd down for JuJu. He's usually up more about 60%, 65% on 3rd down.
Been able to spread the ball around to 6 different wide receivers. That's a kind of a typical JuJu Lewis kind of night. And the first snap of the game in the third quarter goes to Kamari Farmer, who gets 4 yards up to the 24-yard line. Farmer, as you mentioned, has really not been a big factor so far in this game.
That's how you fix 3rd down. Get the run game going, make it 3rd and manageable so JuJu doesn't have to sit back in the pocket. He can just deliver the ball real quick, make quick reads, quick decisions. Good first down run there by Farmer.
2nd down and 6, ball at the 24, running the reverse, and a pass by Hudson downfield for Mosley. Cannot hold on to it.
Good job there of staying back by the corner. You see step for step, the reverse pass there, trying to buy time for Mosley to get open. Didn't get his head around until late with Mitchum, but a good job of staying in the face there of the bigger Mosley.
So 3rd down now and 6. Quick pass incomplete. Mosley the target, I think. He had 2 receivers kind of in the general area. It's incomplete, and Carrollton's a 3-and-out and has to punt.
Looks like he was trying to work that to Mosley in the slot right there. Good job by Anthony Davis. Ant Davis breaking on that ball, making that window tighter for JuJu to connect. But once again, Grayson being able to force 3rd and long onto this offense of Carrollton and winning.
Aiden Taylor standing deep for Grayson, and Julian Vargas on the punt. Got it out of there. Taylor comes up the field at the 44-yard line, so Grayson's got good field position for their first possession of the third quarter. That was just a 34-yard kick.
And a good job there of going to get that ball by Aiden Taylor, saving that yardage. So many times we see guys let that ball hit and lose 15, 20 yards. Good job of being aggressive in saving that yardage for his offense.
Travis Burgess, 14 of 23 passing for 141 and a touchdown. Was also able to get 61 yards on the ground, keeping it 6 times. He's had a good game, 200 yards of offense already in this game. And he only averages 217 a game, so he's well on his way to blowing by that number here in the state championship game. So 1st and 10 from the 44. Keeper, Burgess fakes the pass. Gets dragged down from behind by C.J. Kelly, who's had a really good game for the Trojans at that defensive line position.
RPO right there. Great job of decision-making, going to get 5 tough yards by Burgess.
Back to it, Grayson moving quickly. Pass thrown behind Sanchez, incomplete.
Once again, C.J. Kelly right here with the pressure. Not able to step into the throw. Sanchez is open right there, just not time enough to step into that throw and deliver it. Good pressure by the defensive front of Carrollton.
3rd down and 5. Handoff goes to Miller, and Miller will not get the first down. Got stopped by the Carrollton defense.
Going with tempo, looks like they're going to line up and go for it here.
Ball is snapped, and that's a first down run and 4 for Miller down the sideline. Grayson stopped at the 1, the 2. They'll spot it at the 2. Miller got caught from behind by Spratling.
Great blocking out on the edge. Miller deciding to cut this ball back. He was just trying to get the first down. Saw a lot of green grass in front of him, or turf behind him, cut back, and a good block out on the edge there by Stafford, his receiver.
45-yard run by Miller. And now Thomas or Turner in the game, and Turner gets stopped there at the line of scrimmage.
Still going with pace, trying to catch this defense off balance.
Turner dives for the end zone. Did he get in? Touchdown. Grayson back on top. 2-yard touchdown run for Ashton Turner after the 45-yard run by Elijah Miller set it up.
Right here, Elijah Miller bouncing this to the outside. Look at his receivers blocking for him. Good job there by Stafford. This is what sets up the touchdown. Spratling barely catching him before he gets to the end zone, and then playing with pace right here. And then just powering himself into the end zone right there. As you can see the ball over the goal line. Good call by the official.
Martinez, 24-7. Grayson, the touchdown lead. Scoring here in the opening 2+ minutes of the third quarter. After a Carrollton 3-and-out. So Grayson moves quickly to take the lead here in the 6A state championship game.
Breda Pest Management customizes a treatment plan for the inside and outside of your home. Breda, they handle bugs and critters.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Football Fridays in Georgia on GPB is brought to you in part by Cigna Healthcare. Cigna Healthcare is a proud partner of Georgia Public Broadcasting and Football Fridays. Cigna Healthcare's mission is to improve the health and vitality of those we serve. Visit Cigna.com to learn how you can support your physical and emotional well-being. DBHDD and the Governor's Red Ribbon Campaign is all about Georgians standing together for substance misuse prevention. Life is a movie. Film drug-free. Learn more about healthy alternatives and live a drug-free lifestyle at garedribbon.org.
So, you wouldn't take a call during the big game.
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
You wouldn't be texting while cheering on your team.
Jacket!
And you definitely wouldn't want to watch a video while marching with the band. So why would you drive a car while distracted? Driving isn't a game. When you lose on the road, it could lead to a crash. So when you get behind the wheel, put the distractions aside. Drive hands-free and save lives. Heads up, Georgia.
Over here.
9:49 to play in the third quarter, and Grayson now back on top of Carrollton, 24-17. Ashton Turner taking it in to cap the six-play 55-yard drive. Took 1:21 off the clock. And the 45-yard run, Wayne, by Elijah Miller set that whole thing up.
Great start here to the second half. Defense goes out, 3 and out. The Carrollton offense get the ball back, start running the ball, physicality, the big run by Miller, and then just bullying their way in there with Ashton Turner for the touchdown.
So the kickoff coming from Aaron Kufarovic. He's been great in putting this ball in the end zone the entire day. This time, though, it comes down at the 4 from McNeil. And McNeil gets to the 20 and no more.
Can this Trojan offense find that groove that we saw early in that first quarter, where they just looked unstoppable? And ever since then, it's just been kind of 3 and out or miscues, penalties, bad possessions. Offensive line is going to have to protect, and they're going to have a better job running the ball.
And only 42 yards of offense. Last 4 possessions for Joey King's team. They only have 2:19 in the game. Grayson sitting at 3:13. Lewis throwing on the slant. It's complete. Peyton Zachary with the catch. Got 6 yards on the play.
Jonathan Sconyers runs on the field late. Gets in formation and makes the tackle.
Ball goes to Zion Cooley. They're trying to strip him, and Tyler Atkinson throws him forward. That's a first down for Carrollton at the 41.
You can see Coach King going with a little pace with his offense, trying to wake them up.
Heavy rush. They pick it up, at least for now. Lewis fires. It's complete on the edge there to McNeil. And McNeil shoved out of bounds by Ant Davis. That's across midfield.
Good protection there by the offensive line. Short drop there by JuJu, getting the ball out quick. Going with more pace here. Looks like maybe a Grayson player is down. Maybe Josiah Vicker, the big nose tackle right there.
Yeah, looks like Victor is the guy that's down right now for Grayson. Fortunately, doesn't look like it's anything worse than a cramp.
But what a conscious decision here. OC Reggie Perkins and head coach Joey King feeling that their offense is kind of sleepwalking. And we talked about the whole procedure of getting the play in and moving and playing at a faster pace. In that first half, we saw a lot of stagnation before the snap. Now guys in these first couple of plays of this drive moving around, and good to see Vickers up on his feet and walking it off.
JuJu, as they like to call him, signed with NC State on National Signing Day. Over 17 other offers, including Boston College, to whom he originally committed. Consensus 3-star defensive lineman. 6'2", 280 senior. They got a lot of big guys to feed in that Grayson lunchroom, don't they? I bet they give that cafeteria a workout.
Him and Wooten go in there and everybody gets scared.
Don't get your hands too close to their mouth. 1st and 10, ball is at the 43. Pitch back, flea flicker. Lewis fires in the middle, and it's caught at the 15-yard line. McNeil all the way down to the 4.
Great job of selling this play action by Farmer. Good pitch. Beautiful protection here. Play takes a long time here for McNeil to come open. Good job of working the pocket and delivering the ball downfield by Lewis.
39-yard completion. McNeil, who signed with UT Martin on National Signing Day, with a big catch, sets up Carrollton 1st and goal to go as they try to answer right back and tie the game again.
Some confusion here going late into the play clock. You can see players still looking to the sideline. Not sure where they should be lined up.
Handoff goes to Farmer. Farmer gets stood up there at the 4-yard line. And then the ball pops out. It had already been blown dead.
Just a lot of confusion there. Personnel getting lined up late. Good penetration there by the defensive front of Grayson. See 4 or 5 bodies on that Carrollton sideline signaling plays in. Typically in these situations inside the 5, you kind of know what you want to call, but they're still trying to figure it out on the sideline.
2nd down and goal. Ball ended up in the hands of Zachary after Lewis had faked a pitch to Farmer, and Zachary gets dropped for a loss.
With Kansas City Chiefs trickery here. Little shovel pass, flip it right there, not fooled at all. Staying home to make that play is Ant Davis.
And now it's 3rd and goal.
The offense still looks like they're not really sure which formation, as you can see guys getting lined up late.
Direct snap, and now a pop pass into the end zone for the touchdown. Carrollton breaks into the trickery book to get the touchdown, and it's 24-23.
Good job of selling the run up front by the offensive line. JuJu Lewis looks like he's going to run the quarterback draw. Actually, a direct snap.
Yeah.
Excuse me, to Kamari Farmer, who's in the backfield there.
Yeah. JuJu went in motion.
And then just kind of flinging it up in the air to the 6'4" target Cooley.
PAT is good. We're tied at 24. Yeah, JuJu went in motion to the sideline. Kamari Farmer took the direct snap and shot-putted the ball to Zion Cooley for the score.
It's a knuckleball. No spin on that. Just get it over the line of scrimmage. Great execution up front. Good job of having patience there by Zion Cooley.
Your Governor's Red Ribbon Campaign scoring drive, 7 plays, 79 yards. You saw JuJu going in motion. Then Farmer runs up to the line like he's going to run the ball and then stops and kind of a pop pass for the score. 24-24. Cooley gets his 2nd touchdown of the night.
Always funny how that pass in practice is so precise. But then you get in the game and the tempo turns up and you're just trying to get the ball over the line. And good job by Farmer of selling that, though. As you can see on the motion, he was able to pull Tyler Atkinson up and then flip it over his head.
So Zion Cooley, who decommitted from East Carolina, has not signed yet on National Signing Day. They had the coaching change there, and then they ended up hiring the guy who got the interim job, voted into the permanent head coaching job. So still plenty of time for Zion Cooley, and East Carolina remains among his 11 offers. That next signing day coming up on the first Wednesday of February.
Great answer there by Carrollton. Grayson taking the ball, going down to get some points, and now Carrollton offense kind of waking up after that.
So Grayson back on offense. We're tied again at 24. C.J. Kelly with the stop.
C.J. Kelly, so strong and active right there. You could see stopping the running back in his track as he crossed the line of scrimmage.
That's the 6th solo tackle of the game for C.J. Kelly. Caden Spratlin making that tackle right there.
Great job of discipline there by Spratlin. Not on the edge, not fooled at all. Able to get him, make that play.
TFL. Jacob Ricks plugs the hole and drives the running back backwards, and it's 4th down.
Great penetration here by 9-7, working up underneath the left tackle there and hitting the running back square right there. Ashton Turner had no chance of being able to cut. And that's that position Nick Brooks would have been in right there. Jacob Ricks working under the left tackle and making that play.
Punting situation here for Grayson. Line drive kick and returnable for Zachary from the 45. Looking for a place to cut back in there and get some yardage, and is dropped at the 49. 30-yard punt, 6-yard return.
Carrollton in these situations right here, if you're Grayson, you got to be looking for some kind of play action, deep ball, quick strike opportunity. This is when Carrollton likes to go up top, change of possession, momentum on their side.
So ball at the 49, 51 yards away. We're tied at 24. Lewis goes to the air. 1-yard pickup on the quick pass play.
Nice tackle there out on the edge. Jalen Bale, the 3-star, headed to Indiana. Solid tackle right there by that young man. Plays with such confidence out on the edge. Highly competitive safety in Bale.
Ball goes to the same spot. This time it's Peyton Zachary down the sideline. It's like a bolt of lightning. He has that gear. He kind of shifts about 3 gears at one time.
That first gear looks like the play is kind of over when he takes those first couple of steps. And then he just turns over. And now we got another Grayson player down. Looks like London Goggins.
I think it's actually Lawrence Brown, the defensive end, number 27. So he catches it here. Oh, looks like the play's over. And, man, he just turns it up, man.
Does a great job of shifting gears right there. Kind of slows up, make the defender also slow up, and then just takes off.
That's a great point. That's exactly what happens. He's moving at this speed, so the defenders kind of de-accelerate to match his speed, and then he's like pulls it down into 5th gear.
Taking a little time. We've seen a couple of Grayson players dealing with cramps.
Carrollton Trojans trying to win their first state championship since the late Ben Scott led them to the title in 1998. This is their 15th state championship game, 7-7. 4th most wins in the Georgia High School Association since 1970. But that state championship in 1998, believe it or not, on the only one they've had in 49 years. So we're coming up on 50 years. They'd like to put all that stuff to bed, start a new streak. That's why they brought Joey King here. You see they're helping Lawrence Brown off the field. Joey was the offensive coordinator at Carrollton before he became the head coach at Cartersville. JuJu up top and a jump ball broken up. Trying to get that ball to McNeil right there.
Mitchum once again on the coverage out on the edge. This is just a go route. Trying to get the ball downfield, working back. Try to get that ball. Just couldn't come up with it right there. Tried to draw the flag as well. As you could see, Mitchum did not get his head around A.J. McNeil trying to sell it and get to the ball.
Mitchum's had a really good game. Lewis now being flushed out of the pocket. Throwing on the run, lobs it out of bounds. 4th down.
Great job of pursuit there from the backside. Chandler Covington once again. That's a good job there. Not letting JuJu able to get his head back to the center. We've seen a lot of times where he's able to pause, get his feet, and then throw back into the middle of the field and make something happen. They're trying to throw something on the run.
3rd down. I jumped ahead of down. They'd already moved the yard marker. Flipped it over to 3rd. 3rd down and 10 here from the 26. Setting up a screen. And blown up, and the ball is out. They're going to rule that an incomplete pass.
Tyler Atkinson, Defensive Player of the Year in the state. Watch 16, read this screen, and come out of nowhere. Play never had a chance. Once he saw the movement of the offensive line, 16 there, in a position to almost take the pass himself. What an alpha linebacker he is.
He's an absolute beast on the defensive side of the ball. 43-yard field goal attempt for the lead, and Carlos Hernandez kicking from the left hash. Kick is on its way, and the kick hit the crossbar, no good.
Bend, but don't break attitude on defense. Sets this up here, just not enough leg and hitting the bottom crossbar. Dead on. Penetration, a little bit of penetration right there by Grayson, but just not enough leg on that for Hernandez.
Ball goes over to the 20-yard line now, and Grayson. Tied at 24. Statistical battle nearly even, just a 4 yards difference in total offense between these two teams. Ball goes to Stafford. Stafford with his team-leading 6th catch of the game.
Great route there by Stafford, selling the go route on Barney and then just stopping on him on a dime.
Elijah Miller on the carry, gonna lunge and move forward a couple of yards. Miller, their top rusher tonight, now has 73 yards or thereabouts. As we go under 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Burgess, they pick up the blitz. Now they flush him out of the pocket. Throwing on the run and coming up from the back and trying to get a spectacular interception is Arnaud, but couldn't do it.
Great job of Burgess, able to get out of trouble here. Didn't like the slant, tried to change field. The pressure pushing him out of the pocket, doing the smart thing right there and just throwing the ball away.
That was the Texas signee, Zealous Hicks, who came on the blitz.
Still playing up-tempo offensively as Grayson. Doing a better job on 1st down runs.
2nd and 10. Joel Bradford on the run picks up the first down.
Good acceleration there by Bradford, getting to that left side, accelerating. Only the strength there of Caden Spratling to bring him down.
3.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Burgess with a clean pocket, going up top, and diving attempt at it, going to come up empty. Sanchez, the target, Arnaud on the coverage.
Get a holding call here on Arnaud as Sanchez worked underneath him.
Pass interference. Defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Resulting in first and 10.
Good post route there by Alexander Sanchez up top. And the pass interference, part of that happened earlier on in the route there.
So 1st and 10, ball at the 42 now. Big run by Bradford. Down to the 32 and 10 more yards and another first down.
Good job by Bradford making himself small, getting through that hole, picking his feet up, able to get out of that tackle.
Burgess being chased. Quarterback sack. Burgess back at the 36-yard line. D.A. Logan.
Read option once again. Coming with the run blitz right there. Not expecting it. Pushing Zealous Hick coming with the run blitz. Pushing Burgess out of the pocket.
Logan, the biggest of their defensive linemen at 6'2", 252, offered by Georgia Southern. Passes complete to Bradford. Bradford down the sideline. Touchdown, Grayson. They're going to rule he stepped out of bounds. He reached for the pylon, but he had stepped out about 4 yards prior.
Great read here by Burgess. Just a little swing route out to Bradford, who has amazing speed. Going with tempo here is Grayson.
From the 3, Bradford driven back after reaching the 2. Now watch where he steps out.
Swing pass, excellent speed there. Looking for the defender. Let's see when he steps right there on that left leg. Went out of bounds when he was trying to gather himself to jump for the pylon.
Ball goes to Bradford again, and this time he gets into the end zone, and that's going to be Elijah Miller who gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Miller scores. Grayson's back on top, 30-24.
Great vision and balance here by Miller, bouncing this to the outside, breaking a tackle, stiff arming Hicks to get in the end zone at the end right there.
31-24. Shaping up for an incredible fourth quarter. 10-play, 80-yard drive.
Great job of executing that swing pass to get Bradford free down the sideline. And you can see both teams, when they play with a little pace, play comes in and out, they're able just to get up to the line and play. They're more explosive offensively.
Governor's Red Ribbon Campaign scoring drive, 2:26 to run that 10-play, 80-yard drive. And Grayson has reclaimed the lead, 31-24.
Just a swing route out on the edge here. Bradford with the speed, only a sophomore, and just right here when he goes to gather himself, you see that right foot go out of bounds.
Carrollton once again behind. Kick coming down at 5. McNeil goes to the opposite side. And McNeil up to the 32, and that's where Carrollton will go back on offense with $1:52 left here in the third quarter. Just a thoroughly entertaining 6A state championship game. Looks like this one's going down to the wire.
How good do you feel if you're Grayson? Up 7, less than 2 minutes to go in the third against a top nationally ranked team. You got to feel good about yourself. And they're playing like that on both sides of the ball.
Carrollton ranked as high as number 4 in the nation by Max Preps. Farmer gets blown up, driven back.
The dude, the man, the best linebacker in the state, the best defender all over the field, sniffing out another run right there for a TFL.
Second down and 12. Shovels the ball forward. Peyton Zachary, no place to go with it.
Not fooled at all. Chandler Covington, the 3-star, headed to Georgia State. Not fooled on that shuffle passes at all. 6'4", 217. Just a couple of blocks from here.
Third down and 10. Lewis with the pocket, fires, complete to McNeil, and he's right there at the sticks. That'll be a first down.
Nice route once again. A.J. McNeil knowing where to go as a senior, being smart, get to the pylon. The yard marker and get that first down.
First and 10, ball at the 41-yard line. Might be the final play of the third quarter right here. Ball out, goes to McNeil again. He gets leveled right away, but he holds on to it for about a 4-yard gain. And that is the end of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter.
The Grayson side of the stadium rises up, holding up 4 fingers. 12 minutes away from deciding the 6A state championship.
Football Fridays in Georgia on GPB is brought to you in part by Georgia's EMCs. So much more than electricity.
With boots on the ground and suspended midair, our line workers are everywhere. Behind every turn switch are those who put it all on the line to illuminate lives down the line. Their job is as honorable as it is rigorous. As we look on with admiring eyes, we want them to know we are grateful. Georgia's Electric Membership Cooperatives celebrate the life-sustaining contributions of our line workers. Storm or shine, thank you for being our lifeline. Georgia's EMCs, so much more than electricity.
Over here.
When I talked to Coach Bryan about this first run at a state title as a head coach. He told me it means a lot. He said it's not something that we're shocked about, though, in our building, because the admin team and Dr. Berry, he gave credit to them, believed that I was the guy that thought that I could get this thing done. He said, and we talked about it this week with our kids, we just got to continue it forward. And you guys know the Grayson history. He said, kids are on this team that have grown up playing ball from first grade, just wanting to be a Ram. Maybe it's their brother or cousin that played for us. He goes, they want to be talking about their ring at the dinner table.
Lewis to start the fourth quarter, fires and complete. Yeah, state championships are nothing new for Grayson. They're going for their fourth state championship game title here tonight. It all started in 2011 with Mickey Kahn leading them to their first state title. And Wayne, that's one of the most extraordinary things about the Grayson story is they've won 3 state titles, going for their fourth, all of them with a different head coach.
And this time around, a young head coach who has a great demeanor. He just exudes leadership. This team right now is following him. Right there, Jalen Bell a little early on Ryan Mosley in the center of the field and got the pass interference.
JuJu going for the home run, puts it up there, and it's intercepted at the 5-yard line. Grayson comes up with the pick. And Vaughn Mitchum, who's had a heck of a game, comes up with a heck of a play to start the fourth quarter.
Scrappy, man-to-man corner, gonna fight you at 5'9", 162 here. JuJu Lewis trying to air it out. Great job by Mitchum getting his head around, as you can see, making himself the receiver, able to hold the ball as McNeil tried to rip it out right there. But just a great job, and Coach Bryant talked about him being one of those glue pieces, one of those guys that gets overlooked, but is key to why they are winning.
He's got 2 PBU and now an interception here tonight. Bradford on the run gets stonewalled there at the line of scrimmage. That is just the 6th interception that JuJu Lewis has thrown this season.
Right there, just airing it out. As you can see, more of a 50-50 ball. The receiver was not open. He was just trying to hang it up there and trust his receiver to go get it.
2nd down and 7. Ball at the 8. Bradford breaks free. Across the 30. Bradford all the way up to the 40.
Joe Bradford, part of that sophomore combination right there, kind of hobbling off the field along with Ashton Turner. Coach Bryan said these 2 young men are just special right here. Look at the speed out on the edge by him.
Kate Spratling gets to Burgess.
Spratling getting matched up on Elijah Miller out on the edge. That is a mismatch. We talked about Spratling and the way he can rush the passer, especially in the playoffs. It's a mismatch, beating the running back Miller, getting the sack.
Yeah, Miller stays in there at running back. Meantime, on the sideline, Bradford trying to shake off whatever he came up with after that long run. Elijah Miller on the run. Not much doing right there for Miller. Dramarty comes up from the safety spot to help out on the tackle. Bradford comes back in.
3rd and forever right here for Burgess. Be careful with this ball, with the way these linebackers are attacking. And with the hard count right there, drawing C.J. Kelly offside, getting the free 5 yards.
Encroachment. Defense. 5 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Third down.
It's still going to be third and very long, 3rd and 12. Line to gain is the 50. Burgess delivers to the far side, incomplete, trying to get it to Stafford over there, and it's going to be 4th down.
Just a little too soon here for Burgess, trying to anticipate the break of Stafford there. Stafford breaking in. Burgess was throwing more on the out shoulder right there as they discussed it going to the sideline.
So the interception doesn't hurt Carrollton other than it cost him some minutes on the clock. Going to get the ball back here. Booming punt. Going to be fielded backpedaling at the 23-yard line by Zachary. And Carrollton going back on offense. The first will step aside for a timeout. 9 minutes to go in this one.
High school seniors, your Georgia Match letters have been mailed and the possibilities are endless. Visit your student dashboard on gafutures.org to see which of the 45 colleges and universities made your list and claim your spot today.
Cigna Healthcare is a proud partner of Georgia Public Broadcasting and Football Fridays. Cigna Healthcare's mission is to improve the health and vitality of those we serve. Visit Cigna.com to learn how you can support your physical and emotional well-being. Squirrels, bats, rats, or mice in your attic? Breda Pest Management will work to protect your home and kick those critters out.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Football Fridays in Georgia on GPB is brought to you in part by Regions Bank. Get back in the game with Regions Bank.
At Regions Bank, we're here to listen to your needs, and we'll customize a plan to help you reach your financial goals. Our service to Georgia goes beyond banking to creating more inclusive prosperity in our communities. From education to financial wellness to economic development, we're working to level the playing field so more people can succeed and our communities can thrive.
Oh, could you give me a soda there?
9:17 left in regulation. Grayson leading Carrollton 31-24 in the 6A state championship game. Carrollton trying to win their first state title since 1998. Finished 15-0 for the first time ever in their 97-year history. Grayson trying to win their fourth state championship, all of which have come since 2011. And it's 1st and 10 for the Carrollton offense from the 24-yard line as we begin out of this timeout. Farmer on the carry to the wide side and gets submarined out there by Riley Drew, the corner.
One of the few times we've seen Farmer be able to get to the outside. Good job just using